Hello everybody, and welcome to the third season of the Ontario Time Attack e-racing series using Assetto Corsa on the PC. With the COVID-19 pandemic on hand and all of us staying indoors and away from other people to help plank the curve, what better way to stay driving than a virtual race series? I'm Josh Cronin here with my host Kevin Wong. Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good, good. It's going to certainly be a fun race today here at the Euro Speedway Lausitzring. Just before we go racing, let's get a quick look at the standings. So we can see there, currently leading the standings is going to be Val di Pietro at 95 points. Colin in sixth. Wow, I can count. Colin in second with 86.5 points. Thomas in third with 85 points. Very close gap there up the top. Ujwal's running fourth, 82.5 points. Fortunately, not going to be here tonight, so it's going to be a really big blow in the point standings. And Nathan has 81 points, rounding out the top five. Just before we get to track action, should we run our quick ads and then we can do a bit of our spiel?
Yes, let's do that.
Alrighty, let's get some quick ads from our sponsors. And of course, a thank you to our sponsor, DriverMod.ca. DriverMod hosting the league, hosted by Phil. They're a great website for some time attack information, nice articles, nice little bit of advice, and of course, some great photos. Definitely a great website, and we appreciate Phil and DriverMod for sponsoring the show. Now, let's finally cut to the action here on board as we have just under 13 minutes left in qualifying here at Euro Speedway Lausitzring. One of the most forgotten road courses on the European continent, because to be honest, only DTM goes here. But it's cool. You looking forward to anything in particular, Kevin?
Oh no, not really. Like you said, like it's one of the tracks that, I mean, I'm looking forward to the race in general because it's one of the tracks that I know nothing about. Yeah. To be honest, but doing some research of it, it's the DTM. Yeah, the DTM is becoming. It is the major race that runs here, and it is Lausitzring is becoming essentially one of the classics for the DTM. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The track looks fun. There are multiple configurations of it, but today we're running, I believe, the Grand Prix version.
Yeah, which it also suffers from the problem of it's a layout called the Grand Prix circuit that has not hosted an F1 race. But right. Which is just the typical, like, what do we call the main one? It's no, it's a good layout. The issue is that, to be honest, nothing goes to it, so nobody knows about it, right? Which is unfortunate because it's honestly pretty fun. Not a ton of elevation change. It's a roval. When you boil it down, it's a roval. People don't like it when you say it that, but it is a roval because it uses parts of the oval. Which is another funny thing. People often don't realize that the Euro Speedway Lausitzring has the option to be an oval, hence the term speedway.
Right.
I mean, nothing goes there. We used to though, as somebody goes sailing off into the grass.
But the funny thing is, like no, we keep saying that, like, only DTM goes there, but it is open to other, like, grassroots motorsports events. And
oh yeah.
The ownership is actually very, I shouldn't say nonchalant, but like very open to anyone just walking out and say, hey, can we just rent it for like the weekend or the week?
Oh, very much so.
So it does help the grassroots motorsports out for the on the East German side. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's true. So. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Germany as a whole is not really lacking on racetracks. They have quite a few, as Renison goes to the complete wrong configuration, showing off the nice plaid Canadian flag. We have some custom paints here for today's round. But yeah, the Lausitzring is a fun track. There is a little bit of elevation change. It's nothing to write home about, but not entirely flat, as Randy pulls off and stops.
But there's pros and cons to it having little to no elevation change. And then it makes for some pretty hectic passing zones.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, It's honestly it's a fun little circuit. I'm really glad we're doing it on the calendar. We're doing it in the show us mention we're doing Ferrari 458 GT2, which is that was close. As Philip almost obliterates somebody. The 458 GT2 is pretty fun. It's like your road 458. It's got the engine in the back, makes a lot of power, and it's red usually. But the GT2 was kind of the race trim for like the mid to late 2000s and some of the early 2010s. But it's a lot of fun, particularly because GT2 is basically just, hey, we made the engine a lot faster and we gave it like a splitter and a wing. Like the inside is built like a race car, but there's not a lot of aero on the actual car itself. So there is some skill required because it's very much more motor than it is aero.
Right. That's in fact, if you actually go look up the official specs in terms of what they've done, that's exactly it. Splitter and very little aero, and the engine was kind of actually, I believe the engine's slightly nerfed in terms of the horsepower as well, compared to the actual road car.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Sports car racing does tend to have balanced performance, or BOP, or BOP, or whatever you prefer to call it. Just in the sake of fairness. Some people hate it, some people like it. Whatever, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because you would be surprised how reducing a car's horsepower makes the car faster, because you do other stuff to it, right? On paper, it's not going to be faster.
Yeah, on paper they reduced the horsepower, but the torque was practically identical, which is crazy.
And they probably did that with like a boost. Just a different, it's just a different torque curve. Definitely interesting though. What will be fun to watch though is there's actually two ways of entering the pits at this track. There's from turn 12, which is, well, let's see if I can find somebody who's going through turn 12. Coming up here, right as we head there, you can see pit entry goes off onto the left side, or you can enter actually directly from the front straight. Don't know where Matt's going. You can enter directly from the front straight. But we've actually found that entering from the front straight is actually slower. It's a bit more of a clear way in, but it is theoretically slower. So it'll be interesting to see if, they only did a couple runs on that, it'll be interesting to see if that's like a long, it actually is slower, or if that was just due to them not testing it too much.
Right, and yeah, based on what everyone was saying earlier in the practice session, theoretically, you would think it would be quicker, given that Assetto Corsa doesn't seem to enforce any penalty from coming into the main straight, but it just seems the true way seems to be quicker. So we'll see.
Edgar is currently running the escape chicane on the oval part of the track. Interesting. Shout out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
There he goes. We got Laszlo currently 12th in qualifying. Just a little bit under 7 minutes. What is pretty funny though is the lighting system around the track. All of the LED boards are showing yellow flags, which is not accurate, but certainly funny. Because it looks like we're. Oh, hang on. Oh, they do change. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyways.
I'm not sure what the yellow was for though.
No, I think it was just the track being weird.
Maybe.
That is the nature of Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, it is the nature of the. I believe this is another fan creation as well. So.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the car is stock in the game, and it is actually a very good car. I have driven it before. Not a big fan of mid-engine cars, honestly. They're good, but I'm not good at driving them. But I actually really enjoyed the 458.
Yeah, they're high risk, high reward. I mean, given the fact that it allows you to break deeper into. I mean, you have to break deeper into the corners, but when it comes out hard.
Yeah, no, it's the speed you can carry in it is incredible.
Yeah, we actually ran this car in season 1 in our sprint series racing because we were sticking to mostly stock Assetto Corsa content. And yeah, so drivers who have been here with us since season 1 have actually driven this car before. This exact car, actually.
I'll be honest with you, Kevin. I'm eating a cookie right now.
Cookies are good. Cookies are good, but yeah, this car is nothing new, and hopefully, a lot of people were complaining about some graphics issues with the last track at Lemans with a custom car and a custom track. So this should help a lot in terms of the graphics outputs, frames per second, and also any lag, and should make for much cleaner racing. In fact, when we look back at the replays from last week, a lot of incidents happened just simply because people to other people's screens were sort of borderline teleporting to some degree.
Oh no.
And that's never good for wheel-to-wheel racing online.
No,
It's
no,
really-
yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, so they're again, Assetto is a little long in its tooth, but it allows for a lot of free content.
Yeah, whereas someone's on the front straight doing a practice start. Is that Val?
Oh boy, already min-maxing the strats, eh?
Oh, it was Renison. There he goes. I saw that. It's a strategy.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it. It scared me. I imagine actual race control would frown upon it.
I would think so.
Bolster currently is, as per usual, Mr. Gaglione, whose first name I always get wrong, and I apologize.
There's a running joke that we'll never get his first name right.
That's true.
So is it Matt, Mark, Mike?
Mateus Gaglione,
We'll just keep changing it up.
currently
How
sitting on
about
the pole at a 145.287. I agree. Doug Newman in second with a 145.383. And then Colin rounded up third, 145.612. Val's in fourth. Not a good points day for Val. No, I'm kidding. He's actually leading the championship. Where's the real big gap happen? Probably 5th to 6th. That's where they start getting like 146.015 to 146.55. Pretty big gap, actually. And we also we have Dimitri with a 156, which is I'm gonna assume that's it's probably an L lap. I really hope.
I think he's joined the server late from what I recall, and I don't think he's had much practice. So.
Yeah, we're not gonna pick on him. I am gonna highlight that though, because I know he'll get better next time.
He will. Hey, remember we said last week about all the personal bests dropping? Well, we're
That's
gonna
true.
see that again
Yeah,
too.
we better see new personal bests.
We're gonna do the Oprah thing. Just go, and you get a
Everybody's
personal best.
getting
You get a
personal
best.
But see, if you look at the onboard, you can actually see they have a rear camera. That was actually pioneered by Phillips sliding. It was actually pioneered by Corvette in the I think in the GT1 days. They had a rear-facing camera, and it had like a targeting system. Like
Yeah,
it
was
the arrows that would light up. Yeah, when the cars went to pass.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It would give you it would give you flashing signals how fast the car is coming relative to you. Very easy to interpret. Like nobody had to explain it to you to understand what's going on, because yeah, it would flash arrows as bogies come in faster and faster. Extremely handy for the driver.
Yeah, it was neat, and then that shortly spread to other teams and other cars as they pick up. As with most things in technology, once somebody steals it, then they just use it. So this car has that, which is good because it's also a bigger screen. It's easier to see than a mirror. The only thing is it might be a bit distracting to some drivers because it's a bit more in the view of the driver, so it's a bit easier to kind of psych somebody out with the camera.
Right, especially I remember the first time seeing it when the vets were running the night races. That was brilliant. You see a speck of headlights, and it would actually identify. It would identify it and then essentially give you a relative based on a shape, I believe.
Yeah, it was a crazy bit of technology,
right?
Especially for the time. I'm honestly surprised that nobody cried about it and tried to get it banned. Oh, good news! Leo has joined with a minute 22 left in qualifying. Don't think he's gonna get set a lap. I just have a feeling he might not be able to get out in time.
Yeah, unless he puts in the best lap ever.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, not to give him ideas, if you just ran the oval, you could probably get it done.
Probably, but
I don't think people would like it. I think it'd be frowned upon, but it would be really funny. But don't do it because that's against the rules. There's not in that. What's the NFL rule? Oh, it's palpably unfair, I believe is their wording. Which is the equivalent of like not in the spirit of the game or whatever. Which is just the rule. It's just the rule of like. Yeah, it's just it's like in racing where it's like against the spirit of fair competition, which is just the rule where it's like if we can't bust you with a rule, we're just gonna point at that and be like, no, that's not in the spirit of fair competition. You cannot use a spring damper in the front nose or whatever. Jackson's here with 20 seconds left. I don't think he's gonna set a fastest lap.
Yeah, this is coming down, and we'll get our grid lineup pretty soon.
Yeah, unless anybody's on a flyer right now, I think in about 4 seconds we're going to get our actual grid rundown. And as I suspected, yep. Hello, that's me. I'm not going to be running this race, though.
So, Doug Newman first with a minute 43.344. Very well.
How did he do? Huh?
Wait, huh? Wait a second.
Hang on.
Minute 43.344.
Hang on.
Did we miss something there?
Did I miss something?
I think we did.
Uh-oh.
That's insane.
I mean, either Doug Newman is the world's fastest driver, or I missed something. And I suspect he might have missed something based on how fast that lap time is. Regardless, he probably feels really bad about it. Starting on the pole is going to be Doug Newman. In second, we got... what was the fake name we made up for him?
I think we're going to Matthias.
Mathieu Gaglione. Colin B is in third. Valley Pietro's in fourth. Nathan Hodges is in fifth. Bruno Fantozzi is in sixth. Jackson Olive de Oliveira is in seventh. Edgar Lee in eighth. Thomas Langell in ninth. Joseph Yang is in 10th. Walter B rounding out the beginning of the people after the top 10. I don't know what you call that. Walter B's in 11th. Laszlo Toth is in 12th. Marcos Martins is in 13th. Carlos Ferry in 14th. Matt Alexander in 15th. Philip J. Oliveira in 16th. Renison Lowe's in 17th in the plaid car. Randy Zimmer is in 18th. Dimitri Mushkin is in 19th. Kevin Wong is not going to be starting 20th. And Leo Mora is going to be in 21st, rounding out the back of the grid. The only driver, apart from Jackson, I believe, not to set time in qualifying.
Look at all that fancy livery.
Oh, is that rust? Ew.
I don't think Ferrari appreciates us painting these cars like this.
How do you rust composite?
I don't know, but it looks interesting. And that rear tire is magically spinning.
Yep.
Or twitching, or
This is a normal product of Assetto Corsa. Let's do this. Yeah,
all right,
nice
just
default
under
view.
20 seconds before we go. Let's see. We'll see how Mathieu Gaglione does.
Oh god, the cameras are breaking. We're good. We fixed it. 3, 2, 1. And we're racing here at the Lausitzring. Doug Newman gets a great start. It looks like Matt Gaglione is going to get a much better start, though, on the inside, going down to turn 1. Let's see, do they get through it safely? Lead. Oh, a little bit of
contact.
Oh, a little bit of contact between Matt and Colin. Go to shake turn 2, 3, and 4. A little bit of weaving. Seems pretty clean through the first couple corners, from what I'm seeing. I don't think it's been too bad. Doug Newman's going to hold on to the lead, though.
Yeah, aside from that first turn, a little bit of side-to-side contact. Everyone's kept it clean so far.
Yeah, I was going to say. Seems we were looking pretty good. Coming off of the oval, back into the infield. That tire chicane, very scary. You watch Bruno here in 5th. Got a close battle up front. We got pretty much close battles all the way through the field. Oh, I think Laszlo's had a problem. Oh no, Laszlo might have lost some time. He lost a couple places, probably went a bit wide. Very unfortunate, down into 14th. Doug Newman still leads though. As the camera shows Bruno, who's running in 5th. Oh, Doug Newman might have made a mistake. Oh no. Perhaps running a little bit wide. So look, oh, he's going to get past Colin again, holding on to 2nd. Ooh, Colin's not going to let him have it so easy though. Going to try and get it back. Now looking to compromise, or to, yeah, whatever. We're just ending that thought there. We're at the Lausitzring. How we doing, folks?
It's got a lot of time left. Just a lot of time left.
It's gonna be a long race.
It's gonna be a long race. We'll just save our brain power for a little bit later. But again, everyone's still doing fairly decently.
Gonna come around at an oval turn 3, and Matheus Gaglione is gonna lead the first lap. Doug and Colin battling hard to turn 1, though. Look at this. Doug's holding off on the inside. Colin tries something. Colin with the over-under. A great pass considering how kind of wacky, weird turn 1 is with that tire barrier. And so, oh, we got somebody off on the grass. I think it's Philip. Oh, gets it going straight. Philip went just under brake to go into turn 1. Went a bit wide.
Didn't lose too many positions though. He's just he's still in 10th. So oh boy, go gets tapped in the back though.
Oh, he saved
But he
it.
holds on to. He saves it. Wonderful. Mr. DriverMod himself. Driver
Yeah, there
gets
is.
himself out of that situation.
That DriverMod driving.
He's not gonna be too happy about that rear tap.
Nathan's losing places. Oh, what happened? I just messed up the corner. Nathan lost like 2 places. Side-by-side battle here. Bruno and Jackson are going to go side by side. Running down the, not quite the back straight, but it's a straightaway. Hard on the brakes into turn whatever. My favorite turn. Jackson's going to keep that place, though. Not going to give it up too easy. I'm seeing some of the drivers getting a little bit of oversteer. This car's not the easiest to drive.
Yeah, that mid-engine layout, it's great if you're trying to break in deep into the corners, but if you suddenly have to do any weight transfer up front, the rear can snap on you pretty bad.
I mean,
like I was saying earlier, like we have run this the car before in season 1, and that was, I believe, the issue too. But it comes out nicely, not terribly, but pretty predictably. So people might be forgetting that fact.
I mean, the other thing I remember too is the car. It's been detuned from the road car, but it still actually makes quite a bit of power. So when the rear aero on the car is basically just a plank, like it's nothing too complex.
Right.
You know, it'll step out, especially on colder tires, or especially if these drivers choosing to opt for a harder compound, because this is a bit more of a technical track. That definitely could play into into it.
Right. Speaking of tires, the drivers were having a lot of chit chat prior to the broadcast, asking, "Has anyone tried out the soft compound?" And I believe it's split. We'll have to talk to drivers later, but some people don't think the soft compound is quite worth it.
Yeah. Well, from my understanding, is the softs actually burn off quite quickly, but they are incredibly fast. So of course, this soft tire for the GTs is actually really quite good. The issue, you will have to detune tire pressures because they are often overpressurized. But it does. Oh no! Carlos and Laszlo get together.
Not in the good way.
Oh no! Not in the good way. Yep. Oh man, we got an hour and 40 minutes left. Laszlo rejoining in 17th. Gonna lose a couple places. Carlos not gonna be happy with himself for that. Alexander looking to compromise though. Oh, sends it up the inside. Well, you might make it work. Carlos misses the corner by a nautical mile. He's still going to hold on to it. Running the rain line, as we say. Walter diving to the inside of Laszlo. Sorry, of Leo, rather. Going to get up into 18th. Let's focus on Jackson. He's running. We got a hot battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. As the camera
just
goes
quick report.
back
Joseph Yang just spun out, unfortunately.
Oh no!
He's dropped down to 14th place.
Oh man, that sucks. Yang's a fast driver, though. I think he'll get back up there.
Yeah, tons of time.
Speaking of fast drivers, oh, somebody just missed the first corner. Who was that? Doug Newman. Oh! Rejoins, loses a couple places. Not going to be happy with himself. I think it's the second time he's missed that corner. He might be struggling with a brake bias issue. That is a problem with a lot of these cars. Sometimes you just have to nail the brake bias, especially in a mid-engine car. If you get the brake bias wrong, with so little weight over the front, if you move it a bit forward too much, you're kind of just done.
Yeah.
You kind of just, you lock it and you're like, well, we're sliding.
And then with the amount of power this car has too, it's going to be hard to correct.
Might be having a battle here for second. Actually, for the lead, rather. Colin getting a little bit sideways, going to lose time out to need another name. Mikhail Gaglione.
Mikhail seems to be doing pretty good so far. Well, fending off Colin though.
He's either gonna hate us or love this.
He'll love us. Come on.
Yeah, we're great. Oh no! I think Randy's gone off track. Oh man.
Oh, Zoomer.
No. Randy Zoomer Zimmer, as his nickname is. His nickname is his full name. Running solid 11th. Well, we've got a battle here. It's looking to compromise. Wasn't that compromise? What's the word I'm looking for?
Sorry, what?
Capitalize.
Capitalize, yes. Just taking a quick look around the rest of the field. People are now. There's like 3 major groups.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're kind of clumped up. Wonder why.
There's a fun battle going on between Philip, Marcus Martins, and I believe who's in front of this crack here, and Nathan Hodgins. So we got Nathan, Philip, followed by Marcus Martins.
Is that the quote-unquote lead pack?
Yeah. Oh, and looks like we're getting a nice move there by
Like it's past.
Philip.
I don't think around the outside's the way to do it there though. Oh, he's gonna keep it.
Yep.
Didn't look like it. He looked real slow off the corner. I think it's just the camera angles playing tricks on us. Hard on the brakes. The end of the back straight. That tire on the inside of the back straight and like the first corner is just terrifying.
Yeah, it looks
like it is right on the apex.
Yeah.
Oh, Edgar Lee has spun off. Oh no. Oh man. Edgar Lee down to 15th. Don't know if he got help or if he did it on his own. Regardless, not a good place you want to be in. Down in 15th. We got a battle here for 6th and 7th, I believe. Thomas and Doug going at it. Wasn't quite there, but Thomas tried it. He thought about it. Has to come around through turn 11. Going into turn 12, you can see pit entry on the left side there. Kind of a weird pit entry here. But it's actually faster than the front straight.
Speaking of Thomas, he had some crazy move up the standings from last week's finish in first place.
Yeah, really.
So he's moved up, I believe, almost position, at least a position up from 4th to 3rd now, I think, on the standings.
Probably going to be looking to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
Speaking of momentum going, Thomas has lost the back end and loses a ton of time. We should let's stop talking about him. Oh no, I was about to start talking about Nathan, and Nathan goes wide in the first corner. Oh no, we just gotta stop talking about anybody. The commentator's curse is real. Oh no.
The ratings, though. Think of the ratings.
The ratings! Man, everybody's having a clean race. What if it rained? There is no rain, so of course it would be really fun.
It would be interesting if we could just play God and just go, let's throw in some rain.
I think it might be raining down there. That's the only bit of elevation change on the track, I think. That corner right there after the back straight.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so.
Possibly the saddest tribute in the world to the corkscrew at Laguna Seca.
The saddest tribute. Okay, that's cool.
Not to diminish the prestigious Lausitzring, a beloved German track. Oh man, we love our German. Shout out to all the German fans watching. I know we're really big in Germany with Ontario Time Attack.
Hey, we do have one of the world's largest beer. Was it Oktoberfest? Yeah, Oktoberfest.
Oh
outside
wow,
Germany.
wow! I said Germany. You guys should talk about Oktoberfest. Wow. Speaking of wow, Marco's gonna go around the outside through turn 1, turn 11.
Oh,
the camera cut away from it. It's like Monaco.
Doesn't quite make it though. I was watching the rest of that. Yeah.
This is why I don't use AutoCam.
But no, Philip managed to hold him off. Marcos just could not hold him, man.
Oh, Marco's gonna try and go around the outside, maybe. Around the outside out of the last
like
corner is bold because it's an what do you call it? An increasing radius. So you can't really go around the outside. You kind of want to stay on the inside. Oh, Marcos has missed the first corner. This is terrible. Keeps it going.
I'm wondering if that.
I think Phillips.
Oh,
Phillips on the tire. Huh?
That was interesting. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah. I mean, I hate it for my guy. That's really all I can say about that. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. He just missed the corner and then...
and just kept running the oval. Maybe he thought there was like an escape chicane? There is, but it's like way down there. Well, I mean, regardless, here's the battle for 11th. There's Yang, Renison, and Carlos. Carlos, I believe, missed the corner. He's still there. There he goes. Let's
good battle.
Let's go on board with Carlos. Look at this. Look at this roof cam. No roof cams now. They're like track days. We mounted 1 million GoPros onto every race car. Or, I mean, handheld recording cameras. Other brands are available. Remember the Sony Action Cam?
Oh god, yeah, the little tubes.
Yeah, it looked like a battery, honestly.
I remember those.
Man, shout out to the Sony Action Cam. Sony Action Cam, the official handheld camera of Ontario Time Attack's esports series. That's not true.
Pay us.
Sony, if you want to sponsor us with, specifically with the Action Cam brand, no other brand, not PlayStation, not nothing. Carlos, go look to the inside of Renison. There is a race going on here, believe it or not, folks.
Oh, and Carlos takes it.
Yeah, there he goes. What I would do is move over to cover, but I'm not a professional racer. I just pretend I am. If you post on enough automotive forums, they don't actually know if you're not a racer driver. That's true.
Fake it till you make it.
That's true.
That front end of that Ferrari seen better days though.
It has. Colin's still trying to get there to Marchand Gaglione. I can't think of any other M names.
Marchand seems to be...
Margaret Gaglione put on a great performance. I'll go through every M name until I run out.
We could try that.
Colin B looking to catch up though. Let's go back to the battle. Edgar, oh, gonna probably try and get around Renison around the outside, maybe? Maybe, no. Well, he tried. No, there's that. Maybe he's gonna try again here though. Be a really late move. Hug the inside. Renison misses the corner though. Didn't really get to the inside because I guess he thought Edgar was going to be there. Left him the racing room, which is, appreciated.
Yeah, people keeping it clean.
Edgar to the inside. There he goes. Gets past Renson. I don't think Renson's going to get the crossover, but he might. If he does, I'll be impressed. No, he doesn't. He might try a counter move, though. Nope. Well, there he is. Edgar's up to 13th. Let's go to Thomas. See what Thomas is up to. He just lapped the car of Dmitry Mochkin running 20th. Now a lap down. Hate to see it. Tough break for my guy. In the Galaxy Ferrari. One of the coolest paints on the grid, actually. Where do we get these paints from, by the way?
I am not entirely sure. I believe since we ran this in season 1 where we did start allowing people to submit their own livery.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of people had already done so, and we do have a lot of returning drivers here, so wouldn't be surprised if they just picked up where they left off.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, I've just realized Thomas's car is like a wood grain. Oh, that's disgusting. That's gross.
That was the running joke.
That's awful.
I believe. I believe back in season 1, I did mention in the broadcast that I think somewhere in Italy, Ferrari's kind of rolling over in his grave.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Enzo did not die for this.
No.
This is disgusting. This is terrible. Mamma mia. We're not doing that. Alexander looking to get Laszlo for 15th. Yeah, I mean, top 15. This is the top half of the points. Speaking of points, let's go check out the standings. Going into this race, Val's going to lead at 95 points. Colin's going to be in second at 86.5. I don't know, how did he get the half point?
I think he had wait, hang on. Did he get? No, he didn't get. Yeah, Colin did got the fastest time of the event on the top left there. So
oh, right.
I believe that's like a partial.
Could be a half
partial
point,
allocation. Yeah. But yeah, Colin unfortunately had the penalty that he forgot to serve, and that's what happened last time he got kicked out.
Yeah. Randy is now in pit road. I'm not sure why. Oh, he's based on how he slowed down there. I think he might have got a track shortcut penalty for going off, and now he just has to pit. That is unfortunate. Why is the pit lane so big? I just noticed that. What's the pit lane doing? Why is it so wide?
No idea. That's a good question.
Huh? That's weird. Got a battle here for. Still got a battle here for 6. Thomas and Doug. Thomas still can't get past him. Gonna run really wide and miss the corner, which I don't think is the line. Oh, but Doug makes a mistake. Thomas is right there. Let's go to the roof cam. Yeah, like we're a real racing series. Thomas goes, oh, around the outside of Doug. Is gonna work. Nope.
No, Doug just had a little bit more momentum.
It would have been really good if it did work. No, it doesn't.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, he's only got an hour and 27 minutes. Whoa! A little bit of a slide.
No, almost both of them in tandem.
Yeah, really, I was going to say, let's go to the roof cam. Let's go for onboard a lap with Thomas. Let's see what's on. We got the windmills in the background. Germany, big fan of clean energy. I mean, most people generally are a fan of clean energy.
Oh, fun fact though, speaking of that, it's clean energy.
Yeah.
This track is actually built on top of an old coal mine.
Yeah. Speaking of clean energy, thank you.
So we take Germany. We take our coal mines and turn them into racetracks.
And clean energy.
And clean energy.
You see the nice windy corners here at the Euro Speedway. I'm not gonna lie, elephant in the room. The corners are kind of samey.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the lack of elevation change kind of makes it all look deja vu.
Yeah. Oh, Doug Newman gonna get held up by the lap car, maybe?
Oh no.
They safely navigate the lap traffic. Navirate's an inside joke. I don't know why I just use that on broadcast.
Thomas is just hanging on to Doug there, so it's gonna be interesting.
Just cruising. Maybe he's just trying to subtly apply pressure. Hard cut. Colin right behind Mr. Gaglione. That's actually what the M stands for, is Mr.
Ah.
Gaglione getting held up in traffic. Almost got gave Colin the position. Randy gonna brake early, be a nice guy, let Colin by. Remember, drivers have been asked. Oh, here comes Phil. Oh, look out. Drivers have.
What happened? Oh, wow.
He just missed the corner.
Okay.
Drivers have been asked recently, actually, to request blue flags moving away rather than racing the car, because then it allows the other driver to say, "Yep, I'll let you by here," and also kind of helps speed up the process. No point in racing a lapped car, after all.
Right.
Yeah, but guess what battle's still happening? That's right, it's Thomas and Doug. Going at it.
We're still, interesting thing is we still have our 3 groups, our 3 clusters. Everyone's just clustered together, so
yeah, there's
it's going to be interesting.
Oh, somebody's gone off track. I don't know who it is, though. Who is it? Oh, Dimitri's off track. Oh, no. Oh, man, kicking up all the dirt. Oh, man. Regardless, Thomas and Doug still battling. Frantic, intense racing here at the Euro Speedway Lausitzring road course. Not to be confused with the oval. Nothing really uses the oval, though, from my understanding. There was a
I believe the oval is just primarily used for essentially a vehicle inspection company called Decra. They just use it primarily for acceleration and braking tests.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, they have a handling circuit here too. Yep.
Yep.
They also have a really, really big oval immediately next door to this. Fortunately, I don't think it's a course it has modeled. It's literally like, I think, like a 10-kilometer oval. Like it's like like a paperclip shape.
It's massive. Especially look at the track map and you try to put it right next to each other. Going, wait a second.
There is one or two club series that actually uses the combined layout. So it's this in combination with a 10-kilometer oval.
That's a long lap.
Well, the oval has chicanes and also it's like relatively slow cars, so it's like you won't get hurt. Coming down the front straightaway. Thomas still challenging Doug. I don't want to jinx it. Somebody's going to hit that tire wall on the inside of turn 1 and just stop.
Yeah, I got a feeling like towards the end of the race, when the tires are wearing out, drivers are getting tired, that turn 1 is just going to get
Just
smacked.
wham.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oval used to see kart, aka Champ Kart, aka the championship for automobile racing teams. Used to go. The Oval. They don't go anymore, mainly because A, kart doesn't exist, and B, that was where Alex Nardi had his very bad accident on the Oval. So they were kind of like, hey, let's not go back, which is understandable. There also used to be a series, Kevin, forgive me for saying this on your broadcast, called ASCAR. ASCAR.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That was a stock car series in Europe. Apologize once again.
Nothing to apologize.
That's what they're called.
Legitimate race
That's
series.
what they're called. That's what they're called.
Legitimate race series, yes.
Um,
But here's another fun fact of this track that has nothing to do actually with cars.
oh no.
So we were talking about how many people, like, you know, there's lots of people who can come here. We just got to talk about a few other series. But the Red Bull Air Race World Championship came here at least twice before, you know, the series went on hiatus, and then came back on 2014 and 16 and 17.
That's pretty cool though.
Because due to the fact that they've got such a large real estate, right, they could actually run essentially what is the autocross of the sky.
Yeah. Autocross of the sky. Bro, what a branding. Yeah, the air race was actually really cool.
The Red Bull Air races were fantastic, and the grandstands here you could see almost everything. So it was typically they run it over a pier or something like near the water, so they can just artificially set up the slalom courses. But with the real estate here, since it's so big, they just set it up infield, and it's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, it was pretty. I know they did something similar in Texas Motor Speedway, but I think Texas, this, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway actually the only places to do that. But it was definitely really cool. I had the opportunity to go to one of those races when I was younger, and I didn't, and I really should have because they don't exist anymore. Sorry, they're on hiatus.
Right.
I mean, here's open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have an hour and 20 minutes left. I'm thinking the same thing. I think we might see pit stops kind of happening around the halfway point, maybe. Probably about 20 minutes or so. Maybe about 30 minutes or so. I think that'd be about the point. That was where I would think of stopping. So split it in half tends to work.
Similar, I think everyone's deploying the same strategy what they did with Lemans. So
yeah,
the R mark sounds about right, unless people are murdering tires. Saw a bit of tire smoke from a few people there earlier.
Okay, let me open the apps on the side and completely ruin any professionalism of the broadcast. Let's get track temperature. Good track temperature check.
Sure. It's a nice sunny day, and realistically, though, what are we looking at?
Oh, thank you. I don't have that option. Oh, somebody's parked in the runoff. Oh, Demetrius disconnected. Terrible. All right. It's probably a temperature outside. Germany known for its hot weather. That's not true. But who knows? Kevin, do you have any fun facts you want to share while I eat the other half of this cookie?
Let's see. Let's check out a few details. I mean, oh boy, fun facts about this track. Well, as far back as 1986, essentially when it just reverted back from communist rule, a lot of people actually asked for a racetrack out in East Germany, and that's where we talked about earlier. This coal mine, this abandoned coal mine, essentially said, "Hey, why don't we do this?" And the idea was essentially taking up the food chain, and eventually construction started in 1998, and that's when this track was officially opened in August 2000. So it's a fairly new track. Yeah, very, very new track. Like you mentioned earlier, unfortunately, like it's got multiple massive configurations, and realistically, the only big series of DTM to really have come and still stay here for a while. And as far back as recently as 2017, as I mentioned earlier, the vehicle inspection company called Decra bought it over, and a lot of people thought, oh no, that's the end of this track because they just want to do safety testing and make it more of a commercial space in terms of just for the vehicle manufacturers. But they've been actually very, very open to the general public, saying, "Hey, look, we just bought it because we want a facility to have direct access to. Anyone that's previously come here to organize races is free to do so."
Yeah.
So they've been very, very good about it. And they just said we won't organize it, but you can certainly come in and run it the way you've done it all along. We're not going to micromanage it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Which has been
surprised.
fantastic.
There's probably like
Yeah.
a secondary group that is like the motorsports side of it. But it is definitely pretty cool to see that open. That's kind of what they're trying to do with Oro Station, that new track they're opening in
Right.
Ontario.
Right.
Well, that is going to be built at some point and then will open in Ontario.
Yeah,
if
but
it works
with
for
the Oro
Lausitzring,
Station.
it's right.
Yeah, but the problem with the Oro Station is that the problem with tracks, especially in Canada, of all things, since you only have such a narrow window of the year to operate, you really have to maximize the revenue that you can get throughout the year.
100%. Yeah.
So I believe for Oro, they're doing similar to what Calabogie did at the beginning, where they're kind of doing this membership thing.
Yeah.
However, if you learn from anything from Calabogie, even they had to eventually open up to the general public because there's only so many people that are willing to pay, I don't know, $50,000 initiation fee and
a large amount of money. Yeah.
something crazy, and ultimately, if you make the grassroots motorsports have less access, you're essentially killing your future, really.
Yeah, no,
Right,
100%. Yeah, like it is pretty much career suicide to not allow club racing or grassroots on the track.
Yeah, I mean, when you buy a track, you're not looking you're not looking just at like a 5 to 10 year time frame. You're looking at at least 20 something years.
Yeah.
So
100%.
if you just say no, I'm just gonna work with what I got the next year or two, it's not gonna work. So, but it's gonna be interesting to see Oro go up. As a segue, a slight shameless plug here, but Ontario Time Attack, we go to various tracks all across Ontario. So we've got Shanville. I mean, unfortunately, this year DDT couldn't work out due to COVID pandemic, but we normally go to DDT at CTMP. We go to the big track in July, and like I mentioned earlier, Shanville, and then we go to TMP as well. And we have gone to Bogey in the past. However, it's really far from most of our audience.
Yeah.
Which is usually around the
That's
Toronto
the
area.
main problem.
But it's a beautiful track.
It's a shame because it really is a nice track. I've even been able to maybe I'll go up there to Marshall, but like it's way too far away.
It
I'm
is.
like,
So
no.
I've both been part of a endurance car racing team there, and also driven there myself. And so from the downtown core in Toronto, you're looking at least 4 and a bit hours. Actually, no, four and a bit was a bit of a relaxed drive going up there. But yeah, it's a long haul to get out there. So you're looking at accommodations out there, but it is beautiful. A lot of cottages, a lot of lakes. Wonderful. I can't remember the brewery's name, but there's a brewery just about 20 minutes out of the track. That's quite nice.
Big news.
So
Marcos Martins has gotten past Thomas.
Nice.
Thomas is dropping back. I think he might have used up his tires.
oh no, already?
I hate
It is
I'd
getting
hope
to
not.
1 hour
Well,
and
it
13
depends if
mark.
he's on the soft tires, maybe.
Possibly.
I would be thinking about running the soft tires. Actually, I don't know. I don't have enough research to say which tire would actually be the better one. This is a pretty technical track, so it'd be pretty big on tire wear. I'd probably go for a medium. I think medium would be fine. Hard would be a bit overkill. But
Yeah, I'm pretty confident nobody's on hards.
also, I'm pretty sure during pit stops for the GT2 cars, they will take tires and fuel sequentially, but I believe tires is actually pretty quick. Sorry, actually, not that quick. It's not Formula 1 levels of tires. Probably about 15-20 seconds for tires, I believe. So realistically, as long as you get your fuel in 15 and 20 seconds, which you probably can, maybe, then I don't know what the strategy will be in regards to saving tires versus using tires. We'll have to find out. Cap's kind of spreading out a little bit.
the fastest lap on the Grand Prix circuit here. It was.
The fastest lap record? Ooh, I don't know. I
So
would
now
have to
I'm
look it up
I'm going
myself.
off. I'm going off the Grand Prix circuit, which is the 4.345 kilometer layout.
Yeah,
I believe that's what we're running.
Yeah. Don't go off the oval. The fastest oval time will be one of the champ cars.
Right. Any guesses though?
Oh! I'd have to look it up.
But I've got it in front of me. This is a fun fact while we're waiting for a little bit more action here. But according to the official wiki is it's a minute 32.210 by Heikki Kovalainen in a Dallara SN01,
Oh,
which is
that's
essentially a
a good
Nissan
one.
prototype, really.
Yeah, it's SN01.
Yeah, the Dallara SN01 is. Don't really know much about the car, but that's what is listed on the official wiki.
Let me tell you about it. Let me look it up. We all know.
But that was set back.
I believe it might be a test.
Yeah, that was set back in 2004. So the track was still quite new at the time, and it's still standing, that record.
Oh, is that like a Formula Renault car?
I think so. Don't really know much about that
Might be.
that series.
Let me find out.
But yeah, for the most part, the big guns are sitting in the mid 30s. That's the one car that sits in the low 30s. That's the only car as far as I can tell it sits in the low 30s for the Grand Prix circuit. So pretty crazy.
It was a Formula Renault car. It's
Ah,
equivalent of like an F3 car, honestly. We could go faster.
but like you said, unfortunately, not too many people, not too many of the really fast boys have shown up here yet. Hopefully, they can actually run a bigger event sooner or later, but we'll see.
Who knows? Look at action on track. Renson at 1.4 seconds away from the net. Joseph Yang. He does
I
seem
remember
to be,
Joseph
he's gaining a
had
little
spun
bit.
out a couple times earlier, so
Yeah, Renson seems to be reeling him in a little bit.
Joseph hasn't given up. He spun out a couple times, dropped down the standings, but has clawed his way back up to 12th place.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, with a 7-race championship, you want to be getting those wins to get those points. But with the point structure, like 30, 29, 28, all the way down, you really just kind of have to be consistently good.
Right.
Let's take a sip of my coffee at 9 p.m. Under an hour 10. Here the Lausitzring. Oh, we're getting pit stops. We're getting pit stops. Carlos is in the pits.
Now you wonder, what is he going to actually do?
Yeah, let's find out. Just come from the pits. Carlos flashing the headlights. I believe the cars on the pit limiters will flash the headlights. See how long that stop is. It would be really helpful if I had actually started the stopwatch on my watch, because I could tell you how long the stop is, but I didn't. So, you know, live with it.
Oh, he's coming out. He's coming out now.
That was what, probably 20 seconds, maybe?
Probably-ish. From the time you mentioned it to...
Front of that car really is destroyed. Wow. Here goes.
Ooh, he's desperately trying to avoid any contact with people.
Coming out in front of the leaders would scare you like that, though. Gotta give him, gotta give him credit. That would be pretty scary.
He's trying to stay out of it, so good for him.
Marcos Martins within a second. Nathan Hodgins gonna get 8th. Coming through turn 11. Going into turbo. Fun fact: none of the corners here are actually named.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, really,
Well,
because
I mean, in the nicest way, because I know the folks at Euro Speedway and Lausitzring are watching. None of them are really kind of cool enough to be named.
oh, that's them's fighting words, man.
I mean, like they're good. It's a good circuit, but like, name a notable corner.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
a lot of corners are Oh, it's another left turn. It's another right turn. That's...
What's always fun is when circuits get names on corners when like something happens or like a notable thing. Philip has dropped down. Philip has gone off track.
Well, yeah, we kind of didn't keep track of him after he had that weird off into the tire wall there.
So he's back. That's good. He did look stuck in the wall. He probably literally just got stuck on the tire wall. I mean, I really hate it for my guy. Marcos has been like consistently catching Nathan, so it's just kind of like a matter of time that he gets past him. The key is when it actually happens. Will it be before pit stops? Will it be after pit stops? Who knows? Oh no! Have I moved the timer?
Yeah, it's the key question is yeah, when that happens and whether it's actually influencing each other's strategies in terms of when they're going to go to pits. I'm not going to pits until you are. Both run off fuel.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, if I was Marcos, when Nathan goes in, I would also go in. You might see it here.
It's getting close to the 1 hour mark, so.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, I thought he was going in there. Just a little lockup.
That suspension on the Ferraris, they seem to be very bouncy.
Yeah, well, the Lausitzring is a little bit of a bumpy track. It's not like Sebring, but it's not the most stable. I'm sorry, it's not the smoothest track. Marco might just walk him on the outside here. Holy. Part of the
he is.
Oh, maybe.
Nope.
Nope. Oh. He's been using all the brakes. Oh man, look at how much he's bouncing.
Yeah, there's a lot of suspension travel here. Now I don't know if that's necessarily the game inaccurately depicting the travel, or if it actually is trying to simulate what's there in real life.
It's a little bit, and I also know that the quote-unquote infield part of the track is at a lower elevation than the oval, which is why if you look when they come off the oval, it like drops. I think it's because they tried to make the oval flat, obviously, because ovals with elevation changes usually aren't good. Oh, Marco's gonna go by him.
Wow, well done, Marco.
Was he clear though? Nathan could like try something back. Maybe Marco on the harder tire and kind of just using it to his advantage. Maybe the softer tires are falling off. Who knows?
That's definitely a question to check in with the drivers at the end of the race and see what tires everyone started off with.
Maybe I'll ask him. Maybe get him on the horn. Give him a ring. Just if Yang has lost a position. Probably spun off. Also lost a lot of time. Nathan gonna try and go off. No. Just cruising. Let's go to the AutoCam. AutoCam has chosen Edgar Lee. He's running 10th. Oh, and a little bit of oversteer going onto the oval. I will say though, that corner, kind of the last corner that expands onto the oval corner, I think that is really fun. It's a cool corner.
Yeah, it comes out a really tight technical section and just a nice giant left sweeper back to the oval.
The track's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good track. It's just there are some parts where it's like, all right. Oh, somebody's going into pit in. Who is it? It's Yang. Here he goes. It's just Yang coming into the pits. 1 hour and 3 minutes left. A little bit of a lockup. Don't crash into the tires. Whoa! I said it as a joke, and then he almost did it. So Yang in the pits.
Let's see how long he takes.
Yeah, it's fun. I started the stopwatch.
Nice. Now, in terms of like tracks that, while you're on the stopwatch there, in terms of tracks that are relatively flat, now Silverstone is very similar as well. Like it's relatively flat. A few drivers in our first season complained that everything looks the same, but like it does add for some drama in terms of min-maxing for the drivers. Not so much for fun for watching though.
I mean, yeah, Silverstone is also an airfield, or used to be an airfield.
Right.
And in my experience, I found that airfields on hills usually don't do well, so that's why it's flat. It's just one of the nature of making an airfield circuit. See Sebring was another good example of an airfield circuit. Yeah, Sebring. and like half the courses in the United Kingdom.
Oh, we gotta make use of all those bomber
No, literally.
runways, man.
Welcome to the 1940s and 50s. They just did that. Shout out to airfields. Shout out to airfields for driving racing in the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. Coming that up without you.
Well, yeah, we covered that actually in season 1 about how that was used to rejuvenate a lot of the local industry.
That scared me. My game froze for a couple seconds. All right, we're back.
Oh.
Woo! Game's scaring me. Please.
Recovered from our technical difficulties.
We're good. That terrified me. Edgar Nathan's battle. Nathan's dropping back. Nathan might be saving.
He might be.
Or struggling on the other tires. Who knows?
The question is, why isn't he coming in for the tires then? He's dropping that hard.
Well, maybe he's trying to stop the halfway point. We've only seen 2 people stop early, and it didn't seem to be a fuel thing. It was probably a fuel and tires. If it was the pit window, we certainly would have seen more cars stop. Approaching the 1 hour mark. Edgar on the back bumper of Nathan. He's right there. He's trying it. You see Randy around 17. Let's go back to Edgar. There he is. Edgar and Nathan. Right there.
Yep.
Right
Pretty
again.
tight.
You know, it really makes you think.
About?
I just say that. If you say something and say really makes you think, it makes people think about it. Regardless of how shallow the statement is.
It's gonna be interesting to see if Nathan's gonna hang on, because his lap times, if I look at his problem, yeah, he's definitely falling off a little bit. So he's either doing that on purpose, or it's gotta be some sort of strategy there. Nathan's a pretty quick driver.
Yeah, it really makes you think, because savings are the only explanation, because he seemed to be pretty good on the track. Renaissance coming in the pits. Check. Stops are about 20 seconds, from what I timed roughly.
Yeah, Nathan's almost 3 seconds off pace. So he's something's up there.
It gotta be saved. 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Gotta be saving.
When I say 3 seconds, not necessarily off his personal best, but not necessarily qualifying, but in terms of just his average race pace. Come down, like he's in his last lap was like 1:50.
Oh.
So he's come down a lot.
Yeah, it's about 21 seconds stop. Madison coming back out in 14th. Joseph Yang just gonna get past him. Battle between Edgar and Nathan still. Ooh, Edgar locking up a little bit. Tires might be getting old. Ooh, slides it. All sorts of out of shape. Fighting for that 9th place. Gotta get in the top 9. I don't know, top 10 works, but you know, top 9. Edgar is sliding that car. I'm thinking those tires might be falling off.
Interesting. Even this lap he's unfortunately not having a good lap, but last lap he was almost a second faster than Nathan. So he's chipping away at Nathan. But
it also might just be compounding problems. If you slide it and heat the tires up, you got less grip going into the next corner, and then it just adds up.
Oh, and Edgar just hits the grass a little bit too, just there.
Let's get an Edgar up here. Whoa, that car is not driving. That car is not driving good. Let's go on board, bro. Last corner. It's either pushing real hard or something's wrong with that car. Yeah, a mechanical problem. That's not true, but technically you could have damage, could have alignment problems, but I sincerely doubt that's the problem. You go skip it. It really is bumpy. Wow, yeah, that might be part of the issue. It's certainly not going to help.
Nope,
to turn my light on. It's dark in there. There we go. Now I can see the illuminated screen. The same.
Yeah, now you got your 1, 2, 3 like decently spread apart. So there's not much happening in the top 3 there. And your clusters have kind of all spread out a little bit now. But the pit strategy is finally coming into play. So
and Alexander's in the pits. What does he know that I don't? He's starting to pit closer. This is about the halfway point, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would expect.
I haven't seen any of the race leaders pit yet, have we? I don't think so.
No. Top, pretty much everybody still has to pit.
Right. So we'll keep an eye on Val Di Pietro. He hasn't pit yet. What do we call him now? Mr. Gaglione?
Yeah, Mr. Gaglione.
He hasn't pit.
Monsieur Gaglione. Edgar Lee is still attempting to patch. Edgar Lee is still trying to pass Nathan Hodgson.
Interesting.
It really makes you think. And we live in a society.
Easy there, Mr. Philosopher.
I race, comma, therefore I am. I don't think he pronounced the comma, though.
Well, you can see that's your new twist on it. Wow, that definitely looks way bumpier than I thought it should be.
Mr. Gorbachev, comma, tear down this wall, exclamation point, as the famous quote goes. What are we talking about?
I don't know. We somehow went on this.
Joseph Yanks trying to battle Laszlo here for 12. All the FedEx sponsorships are still up. Does Europe have FedEx? I think so.
That's a good question. I believe so.
Probably.
Although they do prefer the DHL over there.
Yeah, well, especially Germany, right?
Yeah.
Actually, a pretty good parcel courier. Excuse me, I'm yawning because we're talking about the postal service. Pretty good parcel carrier.
I've been told from my shipping friends, shipping logistics friends, DHL does have a very wide network in terms of getting to the middle of nowhere places.
They made me pay import fees, though.
Yeah.
Well, not them. I was ordering filament, which is a supply. Which it is a material that would have tariff on it. DHL actually personally called me to be like, "Hey, I just want to confirm, like, you live here, right? We can't find your house." I was like, yes.
Oh, really?
Well, at the time I was in a newer build. They were like, they were like, "Hey, I don't think." Same thing with the IMSA store. The IMSA store personally emailed me. IMSA emailed me. And they were like, "Hey, is your house real?" I was like, "Yes." They're like,
"Oh, looks like Colin's in the pits."
Colin's in the pits. We can stop talking about mailing. I predict Colin will come out in 7th. Nope, I take it back, 6th.
Yeah, so it's counting down his pit stop, see how he does.
Colin is parked right behind me. In the pits, hello. Just need to move the wheel. Yeah, it is me. Actually, my wheel's not plugged in. That's kind of embarrassing. Laszlo in the pits. Colin is down and away.
Colin is out 22-second pit stop. So I'm just gonna see what he did.
It's about what I got on my watch. So I think they will be 22-second pit stops. Laszlo's in the pits. Walter also coming into the pit lane.
Didn't do too much damage to Colin's standings. He only dropped a couple places, so 4th.
Yeah, I mean, it came out in 4th, honestly. Pretty good showing. Top 4 are now really spread out, though.
Yeah, not too many clusters right now.
Yeah, we're getting pit stops. I mean, pit stops are going to shake things up. Throw a hypothetical wrench in the works. Edgar going way wide in the first corner. Edgar might be getting frustrated that he can't get past Nathan now, honestly.
The mental game comes into play.
Laszlo's out 16th. Gonna try and pass Leo here. Oh, that's a lap car. But he's gonna pass him still, but not for position. They're moving out of the way, let them by. At this point, I believe everybody in like 11th and back is a lap down. Through the nature of pit stops. I predict almost all of the top 5 will stop on the same lap. The only exception is Colin. Because he's already stopped.
Here's the interesting part. Nathan Hodgins actually shaved down his lap times. We were talking about earlier. I think he may have been just saving up a little bit because he's shaved off almost half a second.
Yeah, there he is. Edgar's still in the back. You can tell Edgar is absolutely wheeling that car to try and catch him and get past him.
There. But the fun fact is that Edgar and Nathan have swapped lap times. We talked about Nathan running like minute 50.2 or 3, and now Edgar's running that, and Nathan's running a mid 49s. So he's picked up a lot of speed there.
Might have found it. Maybe perhaps the car as it wears is one of those cars where it tends to grip up a little bit more.
Possibly, but I don't remember. I can't remember if Nathan actually went in for the pits.
Oh, Nathan with a dive bomb and a half on Leo, the lapped car. Not gonna work, and he's gonna lose that place. Oh man.
Damn.
That was just, I hate to throw him under the bus or kick him while he's down, but that was not going to happen. Not in a million years. Nathan's not happy. He's going to be down in 10th, and he's going to have really hurting front tires. It looks like Edgar made a mistake, so, you know, he's only a second behind. Val is now coming into the pits. Here he comes. Val probably going to exit. I predicted maybe 6th. Nathan Hodgins still trying to catch Edgar. Bruno coming into the pit lane too. Here he comes making his stop. Just as Val makes his way on out. Let's watch pit exit, see what pit exit is like.
It looks like everyone's just doing a 20-ish second pit stop.
Joseph Yang has missed the corner. Val going to come out 4th, actually. Better than predicted, considering I believe Doug still has to stop. Nope, he doesn't. Oops, Nathan's just got past Edgar. Edgar might have spun out. Oh, no. He's getting a lot of oversteer in the car. I think he might have hurt something. Edgar diving to the inside to try and get past the lap car of Leo. Oh, man. He's absolutely fishtailing. I think those rear tires are gone.
Yeah, he still needs to come into the pit, so that's interesting to see what's his thinking there.
He has killed those rear tires. It's not going to go well for him. It's Laszlo, I believe, coming into the pits. Somebody stopped. Laszlo and Philip did a swap. Oh, and here we come at our race leader, Mitchell Gaglione.
Ah, Mitchell. Good old Mitchell.
Making a trip down. Mitchell. Down to the 25-yard line. It's a football joke. There he is. He do be kind of parked, though.
Mm-hmm.
He will probably come out in 3rd.
Yeah, there he goes.
He's coming out now. Might come out in 2nd. It'll be close. Coming down the front straight. Oh, he's going to be racing Colin on the way out.
Ooh, that exit out of pits though. I'm gonna whack my finger at him.
Oh, it's close. I don't know. It depends if he crossed the blend line.
I think he did. He dived right out.
You can't do that.
Ah, Mitchell.
We'll look at that after the race. Doug Newman coming to the pits. Thomas Langow coming to the pits.
Oh, 2 rivals are coming in.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Doug's been stopped for like 10 seconds, and Thomas is just now stopping, so I think Doug's going to come out faster. Laszlo going to try and make a move on Randy. Let's go to this camera, see what this camera's like. There it is. It kind of sucks. Let's go back there. Right into the front straight bridge. There they go. Last low, hard on the brakes. Keeps it going straight. Phillips in the pits. Thomas leaving the pit lane. Probably going to race Nathan on the way out. Where is he? That's the proper pit exit. Oh, Nathan's right behind him. Nathan has not forgotten. Slow car is going to be in the way, though.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they navigate through traffic there.
Oh, Walter running it wide. Nice letting everybody by. Nathan capitalize a little bit of that draft. It's not going to do much, but, you know. Fun. To interrupt the battle, though, Kevin. I'm really excited. You know why?
Why is
Just
that?
remember, next week we're going to Bathurst.
Yes, we are going to Bathurst.
For the Bathurst 1000, but it's actually going to be an hour and 45 minutes.
It'd be interesting to actually run the real thing.
Oh
Online
my
see
God.
how the people
Oh
survive.
my God, a Bathurst one. There'd be like 6 cars on the lead left. Maybe. Oh man. Oh, I've got it on the wrong camera. Oh no, I've F1'd it. No. I mean, Thomas is like 2 seconds ahead. Let's look at the battle for third. Colin and Matt right there. Colin has gotten past. Yeah, it's just lapping. Colin in second. Oh, Colin goes wide. Keeps it going straight, though. Gonna cost him time. Time is important. Colin is running a British Racing Green Ferrari, which I don't really know what to say about that.
Sacrilegious.
I'm
sure a bunch of Italians are pretty pissed at us
They're
right
probably not happy. They're probably like, Mamma Mia.
now. Speak with hands. Speak with hands.
I actually did that. Shout to our Italian viewers. I know we're really big in the Italian community. When are we getting an Italian-only broadcast? Like, we're going to broadcast in Italian.
Oh, God.
I don't speak Italian. That's going to be really difficult.
It's going to be that episode of Family Guy.
Yeah. Nathan's in the pits, though. Didn't Nathan already stop?
I don't think so. Remember we were talking about how he was trying to save up?
Oh, Colin's going to get past Jackson. Oh, we got a three-way battle for the lead. Oh, this is going to be good. Aboard Marissa Gaglione. Lowering up the front straight. Colin moving over to defend. Ooh, a bit of a late defend. Oh, he's going to miss the corner. It's not going to matter. Oh, my God. Gaglione's going to get two in one corner.
Wow.
That was
well done.
beautiful.
Well done.
Oh.
And they kept it clean, dude. That's the amazing part. That could have been.
Man. I've never been more upset that we don't have replays. That was impressive. What a move.
That was very impressive.
And now he's going to run away with it.
Ah.
Oh, man. What a move.
That's why they call him Mister.
That's true.
Well done.
There he goes. They don't call him Mitchell really good at passing two cars Gaglione for no reason. That's his actual nickname. That's real. Colin it side by side. Oh, they're banging doors. Colin and Jackson. Not to be confused with Colin Jackson, who I think is an actual person. Colin gonna go around the outside. I don't think it's gonna work. Jackson's gonna hold the inside.
Ooh, yeah. I think you might be right, but
Just over an hour into the race, things are heating up. Still got almost 44 minutes left.
oh, Jackson doesn't dive in, but nope, has to concede the line to Colin.
They're keeping it clean. In the meantime,
Very clean.
Gaglione has pulled a second on both of them. Almost 2 seconds. So, he might have it in the bag. Oh, Jackson's coming in the pits. Jackson, one of the ones who still had to pit. Totally forgot about that.
That's a pretty late pit too, so interesting to see.
Here's your leader, Gaglione. We're throwing an absolutely killer move into turn one. Well, possibly the best pass we've seen all season.
I think he currently sits at with the fastest race time at 1:47.928 there for Gaglione.
It's a pretty fast lap.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. Actually, Thomas has actually done 1:47.855.
Nathan and Carlos now battling. Carlos gonna go way wide, lose the place. Not gonna give up hope. Come back to get it from our guy, Nathan Roberts. He might try something, he might not. Who knows? It's the beauty of auto racing. I would assume he's gonna try something. I doubt he's content with 11th. Do you have any Ferrari fun facts?
Ferrari fun facts. No, let's see. I had some.
Yeah.
This well, the
I
thing
mean,
is that
they made to put you on the spot.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I had some stuff queued up, but we are driving the 458 Italia GT2. So this car is actually it's had a pretty good track record for pun intended, but for the short period of time it was running for 5 years. It had won the 2012, 2014, 24-hour Le Mans, which we were just at last week, and also took the 2012 12-hour Sebring as well.
Yeah, it did.
So it
That was
it's got the pedigree.
That was the no, it wasn't that one.
What were you thinking?
Was that the? There was one 12 hours of Sebring where they ran the IMSA race and the WEC race at the same time.
I don't think
there was
the 2012 was it.
Okay, there was 8 classes on track.
Yeah, hoy.
It's incredible because it's basically a sports car racing all-star race, but it sucked.
But this is where you really need those fancy rear-view cameras.
Yeah.
It's like you think you're fast. Wait, hold on a second. Zang.
Like from my understanding, they both scored points in their respective championships. Oh, Edgar's still sliding. Oh man.
Has he come in the pits yet?
Yeah, he has.
I don't think so. Oh, he has. Okay, yeah.
So he's probably on cold tires. He's still sliding. Oh, somebody went off. Is that Philip?
Philip is not having a good race today.
Not having a good race. It's sliding a lot. Maybe he didn't get that car set up right. I don't know if he does set up. Maybe he doesn't like driving the car. Maybe he doesn't have practice. He's just having an off day.
But long story short, from pretty much the introduction of the car since 2011, really, it's won every year until 2014. Unfortunately, was a bit of an unlucky year, and then they got retired in 2016. But the first 3-4 years of its existence, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a good. I mean, it's a nice, sleek-looking car. It's fast. I think they also had some good drivers in it too.
Yeah.
The main front for that, a few little bit their names. Oh my god, their race names. I don't know. Reese Competition. Reese were pretty good in that car. They don't do much nowadays. They do show up, unfortunately. They suck. But definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks good too. Like it's not like the. I'm sorry, but it's not like the BMW Z4 GT3.
It's your typical classic for like when you say, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say classic, but like your typical modern Ferrari image when you think of it. When you think of Ferrari, modern Ferrari in your head, right? Like it's not your like ancient Ferraris, which were more of like. Actually, the funny thing is the ancient Ferraris were, you could say, argue more, they're closer towards the Z4 look, but this is the modern day Ferrari when you think of a Ferrari.
Yeah, well, my point was, honestly, and it's a very controversial piece, I just don't like the Z4, like the race car. It sounded great, because it had a Judd V8, I think revved to like 5 bazillion RPM, and it sounded great, but like it's not a good car.
The proportions for the Z4 always felt off to me.
Yeah, it's also like 8/10 the size of like the other cars. Like it'd be like if you entered an MX-5. It was just kind of weird. Like
yeah. This is definitely a very, very good car, and that's although Ferrari's kind of had to move again with the market the way it is. Ferrari's kind of had to move into a different direction these days.
Well, 100%, right? It's like I mean, things are changing in the automotive world. Ferrari is still a pretty established nameplate, though.
Absolutely.
Colin negotiating some lap traffic as Edgar was sailing over the cars. Edgar's driving the wheels off this car. Like,
He is.
he's just sending it into corners. You gotta admire, that.
Which is interesting because you'd think that would be not exactly an efficient way to really use up those tires.
No, I can almost guarantee you it's not, which is probably why he's in 11th. but he was burning up those tires earlier. I mean,
right, with just over 37 minutes left in the race, like maybe he's just having fun at this point.
Yeah, maybe. I am not 100% sure. Who knows?
Val is back in third place, just comfortably holding on to that one.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finish the rest of this cookie.
Nice.
I'm gonna commentate while doing it too. No, I'm not. That'd be weird.
What kind of cookie is it? Our audience wants to know.
It's a maple cookie.
Oh, maple. That is good stuff.
Yeah, it's real good.
That's good stuff. But anyways, so let's go take a look. Let's see what else is there. Yep. Gaglioni's holding on to comfortably on first. Now he's actually bringing down his lap times. His last lap was a minute 47.246. Colin B is just a shade behind in terms of lap time, minute 47.3.
I finished.
That was quick. Holy crap!
There was a quarter of it left. It was one bite.
Oh, never mind.
Edgar and Carlos are battling for 10th. Here he comes. Here he comes. Are moving to 1, maybe? Hopefully. If you're side by side going into turn 1, you're hopefully trying a move. Otherwise, something's gone terribly wrong. Ooh! Carlos gives him a little bit of a bump. Edgar didn't quite get going on the exit of the corner, but he's going to be in 10th now. He's earned 1 extra point. Do you, off the top of your head, do you happen to think of a driver who has had 0 incidents in this race?
Ooh. I'd say probably like someone like Val Di Pietro. Because he started off, he was up there for the grid, and then he really, I think it wasn't him who went door to door initially.
I think it was Colin. I think it was Colin and Doug might have been, or might have been Colin
and Doug, and Val steered clear of them. After that, he's just been comfortably up in the front. And right now, if you switch over to him, it's essentially just a bunch of boring lapping, really.
Yeah, that's. As I say in literally every broadcast, as if it's something new, we're at the point in the race where it's just happening.
Right.
Just there is a race occurring. There are cars on a track. Somebody has gone off track. Who is that? Who is it? It was Nathan.
Oh, did he go off track?
Oh no, I don't think it was Nathan. Might have been. Somebody around him went off track. Who's that? He's approaching a lap car. Maybe that was him. I don't know. Thought it was him. You know. No. Be forever a mystery till we ask him after the race. We're at Euro Speedway Lausitzring.
Yeah, we're just under the 34-minute mark at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe a good time to throw some ads?
Yeah, let's throw some ads up. Alrighty, we'll be right back, folks. And a shout out to DriverMod.ca and DriverMod for sponsoring the OTA Endurance Driver Mod series. Funny how that works. DriverMod's a great website where you get some information on time attack. Philip's got some great articles, and you can see some writing from Mr. DriverMod himself, Philip D'Oliveira. Thank you to DriverMod for sponsoring the series and for hosting the series, and thank you to Philip for all the work he does. We're here at the Lausitzring. Laszlo's currently running 14th. Nice sunny day. 32 minutes remain in the race. That has been your race update.
Yeah, still got tons of time left, and we're gonna use that time. Actually, you brought up the Ontario Time Attack ad, so thankfully the reopening plan for the province is allowing us, most likely allowing us, to run our first event on June 26th, which is a school/lapping day, and then followed by our first event of the year in Toronto Motorsports Park on Sunday, June 27th. So looking forward to finally getting people on the track and actually, doing some driving there.
It should be pretty fun. I'm not gonna get out for that one. Unfortunately, I am gonna get out, as I mentioned, for the one at Mosport, the Grand Prix track, which should be fun. Because it's the because it's the fast one. That's why it's fun. Like,
it is the fastest track that I'm aware I've ever driven on. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, if the stat is correct, Colin's coming to the pits. If the stat is correct, it is the second fastest road course on average speed in North America.
Is it the second one? What's the first one? I'm curious.
Probably the Daytona road course.
Yeah, because if we work on average,
it's probably the Glen.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, the turns of Mosport, especially if you have the arrow with it, you can take some of those turns.
Put arrow on your car. It's gonna piss off about half the people. Put arrow on your car.
Put all the arrows.
Just put wings on your car. Put a wing on your car.
Well, it doesn't piss off anyone, to be honest. But like, it's crazy if you can have the arrow.
Well, I know a lot of getting good. A lot of good people who are good at making race setups. It's pretty much you do everything to the car except add arrow. Only when you really need it do you add arrow, because arrow obviously has more drag, right?
Right. But it's a delicate balance for the calculations to figure out, do I add more drag or do I actually add more downforce enough for the turns?
Well, it's also a mechanical thing, right? Because when you add the downforce, you will add drag. That's what the downforce is. It's just drag aimed down, basically, to sum it up without giving a lecture in aerodynamics. So you can get a lot of. I have seen some, not to infringe on the trademark, flying Miatas at Mosport with no arrow because they're just planted. You gotta do a bit of wheeling and dealing. I've seen MX-5's four-wheel drift through too, which is
that's sketchy. That's gotta be sketchy.
He was on the limit. He was sliding like mid corner. I was like, don't worry. He had the hard time. It was a race car. He had a roll cage and everything. Don't worry. It wasn't just a guy in a Miata flying.
But even then, if it's a race car Miata, then it has even less tolerance to that kind of shenanigans.
Well, I mean, I don't know. By race car, I mean he took an NB and put a cage in it. It was club racing.
Okay.
It wasn't an MX-5 Cup Series, which is unfortunate because they would have come up this year if IMSA came up too. And they were really fun.
Oh, that would have been fun to watch. That's unfortunate.
Oh, they'll be up next year. They'll be up next year. Like it's not a question.
Turn two at Mosport is definitely a place that you do not want to come down four wheels sliding.
No, I agree. Actually,
it's like,
depends on what you're driving. If you're in a 1600 or like a Formula Ford, maybe. That's just because the 1600 will go sideways through any corner. Be surprised.
Well, this looks like everyone's pretty much all evenly spaced out.
Like race is happening. Carlos is within a second, almost within a half second. Joseph Yang in front of him.
Matthew is comfortably just in front.
Yeah, we're lapping. Let's get a look at the points. Let's kill some time. Let's get a look at the points.
Sure.
There we go. We are. Val's leading. Phillips in 7th. There is actually a tie for 9th. Ericsson 7th. Ericsson 9th with 70 points. Phillips in 10th with 70 points. Eric wins the tiebreaker because he has more wins. Eric's not here today, is he?
No, he is not.
Oh, man, that's going to really suck because Phillip is here.
But Phillips also struggling mighty hard so far, so we'll see how that works out.
Has not been a good points day.
But Tom, again, the wonderful story is that Thomas got his first win of the season last week at the Sebring, and that shot him up the standings considerably. He's literally at the heels of Colin Bowman there.
I think you meant Lemans.
Oh, Lemans.
What was good?
I was like, wait, did I just sorry? Did I say Lemans? Oh my god, I didn't.
The birthplace of American sports car racing, the Mobile One, 12 Hours of Sebring, presented by Speed Channel.
Thomas did win Le Mans, and is only 1.5 points behind Colin Bowman.
Remember
and Val is comfortably just over 8 points ahead of Colin Bowman there. So, but Colin is also doing pretty good so far. Right now, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, he's in second place.
Yeah, Colin's running second. Colin's been pretty consistent.
And Val is in third, so Colin can still catch Val. There's
pretty much.
There's still a few more events left in the season, so we'll see.
Yeah, there's 2. There's room for it. I think mathematically you can still take the lead. It'll definitely be interesting. And speaking of events, let's go look at the schedule. Up next we've got V8 supercars. They do be going to Bathurst though. Bathurst, Mount Panorama, possibly like the most fun one we've got on the schedule. I'm a big fan of Motorsport, obviously. I'm a big fan of Fuji. Also like me some Le Mans, but Bathurst is going to be a lot of fun.
Bathurst will be fun.
Especially in the V8 supercar, because those things turn about as well as a diesel pickup truck with a locked diff. But they're fast.
They're fast. They're insanely fast, and Bathurst will finally satiate your need for elevation change.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Bathurst is all elevation change.
You're talking about nothing but boring flat tracks? Fine, we'll give you Bathurst.
It'll be fun, too, because you get a sequential gearbox, too, and, like, a lot of power. But the main thing is they don't have a rear diff. They just have spindles out of a spool.
But that makes for some crazy highlights when you watch the real deal. And you see guys are just lifting the wheel.
Well, it's also like if you understeer, you can solve the problem by just stepping on the gas, usually.
But yeah, the Bathurst track is going to be insanely fun to watch. But can we see how many people will actually put down practice laps and remember every single one of those turns?
Yeah, I mean, it's the risk of sounding like that guy. It's not that hard, but it's hard to drive fast.
Yes.
I like to think of myself as being pretty good at Bathurst. I'll have to put some laps down.
Bathurst will be fun, so join us next week. Same time, same channel.
Same time, same place, same channel, same car, different car actually. Same track, different track. Same people.
Different announcer. Jordan will be back.
That's true. Josh will be
commentating.
I'm still here. You're stuck with me.
That's good fun.
You sound like you're signing off.
No, I'm not signing off. We still got another 24 minutes, and technically I'm still in the background doing other stuff.
It's like Speed Channel.
Speed Channel. No. I'm just, like for those of you just joining us.
Years, we've had the honor here at Speed Channel to be America's home of. I can't remember the quote. It's not sad. It's sad. Never forget.
But the fact that you remember most of it is already pretty good.
Never forget what they took from you.
But yeah, like for those of you just watching the live stream, there is a live chat going on. Unfortunately, today seems to be a little bit on the quiet side. Not sure if everyone's just busy, but yeah.
I'm gonna hop in there.
Questions.
I'm gonna say hello.
Yeah, nothing much happening today.
We
are getting the viewers, but nothing happening right now.
Alright, I said hello. Let's go.
Hey, there he is.
Hello.
Hey, Eric.
Hello.
Eric said hi.
My pick. Eric. Eric's the viewer of the race. There's no award for that. You receive nothing. Good day, sir. Eric, lock it up a little bit going to the turn. Sorry, not Eric. Edgar. Oh no, we're doing this. I've already got 2 driver names wrong. Oh man.
Edgar's still driving that thing with the tail end.
Like he's wheeling it.
He's definitely wheeling it, and now holding up Val possibly.
Oh,
no, he's letting Val through.
Oh, okay. I thought he was racing Val for a second. I was like, hang on.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Bruno just lapping and saying, not a lot happening right now. I'm not gonna lie. Crazy. The drivers are just making their way around. Just lapping. This looks
Hey,
like
new personal best for Carlos Ferry.
There he goes. Let's go on board with Carlos. Actually, that's not. I lied. Let's go on board with Val. No, let's go on board with the leader. I am the TV director. I just pick a car. Go on board with Mike.
Is it Mike? Matthew?
It's Mike.
Matt?
Hang on, let's flip over to the standings. Yeah, it's Michael. There you go.
He finally got his name right.
I'm gonna call him like, you know,
Anything but?
yeah,
Good.
Mansell Gaglione.
Mansell! Oh, there's a classic name.
Nobody in the world has the first name Mansell. You cannot convince me that. That is not a real name. I know Nigel Mansell exists, but that's his last name.
Right, but Mansell would be first. The first name would be interesting.
If you have Mansell as your first name, please write us. Email Ontario Time Attack with a photo of your driver's license. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or two. I don't know. I don't have the email.
Who names their kid Bort?
Oh man. We're at the Lausitzring. We got 21 minutes left. Oh, hang on. Hey, 2112. I like the rush song. Simple pleasures
Yeah.
in life.
looks like Colin and Mike have a good gap in between them. So unless Colin drastically goes something wrong,
Closest gap on track is 2.2 seconds. Everybody took the same stop. So I don't think there's too much of a strategy difference going on.
I think everyone's just like, let me just get to the end.
Yeah, it's kind of, at this point you're kind of just racing yourself. You're just kind of just trying to get to the end of the race, you know? Which, I mean, it's only 20 minutes away. That's like a club race. A lot of club racing is 20 minutes long. I wonder why. I think it's because then it gives you a 10-minute buffer, so you can do it every half hour.
Oh.
20 minutes plus a lap plus a cool down. Yeah, probably. No basis to that. Just a guess.
Watching, we're just quickly scanning through the rest of the field. Val Di Pietro is getting caught up in some traffic there.
Oh man. Bruno actually just went around some traffic too.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he just passed him. Not too big. He's got traffic. He's got traffic report. Where's the traffic at?
Traffic. Yeah, Val's in the thick of it right now. Catch up to Nathan Hodgins in 9th.
There he is. There's our guy. He's lapping Nathan in 9th?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
The top three are just walking away. Oh man.
Well, that's why I
didn't realize the gap was that big.
Yeah, that's why I figured that Val probably has a 0 incidents on his record. Because we know Colin did have a door-to-door incident right off the bat in turn 1.
Val's also, to give him credit, Val's also a very nice defensive driver. He usually doesn't try and do a pass and doesn't kind of do it. If it's not certain, you risk it. Because, I mean, when you risk it, obviously you risk losing places and you risk damage to the car and stuff like that. But you also, like, you know everybody because it's a closely knit league. You also risk just, like, being that guy. Nobody likes that guy.
Right.
There's no worse feeling in racing than when you like try a stupid move and you know it's not going to work and then it just takes you again. Well, I'm an idiot. I've been there many times.
See that red mist and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I'm going to try this move. That's not working. That's not working. And you take out 3 cars and you're like, wow, I'm going to retire from racing. I'm never racing again. Now you're back on the next one. Bless you. Minutes left here in the Lausitzring. Kind of just waiting, you know. Val's gonna draft a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
very ballsy. Not gonna lie. They're getting so close to that tire wall. I don't like it.
They are. They're getting closer and closer.
I really don't like it. Val's also cutting down the gap to Colin.
Yeah, that's gonna be
He's getting there.
interesting because there's still 17 minutes left, and if he does manage to pass Colin, that would definitely put a heavy nail in the coffin there for Colin to pass Val's standings.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of seems to be a little bit close to 3 seconds, but not quite. Val is kind of faster in the corners. That might just be the accordion effect, though, on the timing screen.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Val did a 1:47.2. Colin did a 1:48.4 last lap, so the traffic held him up. Not a lot of traffic in front of them, though. Leo has come into the pits. Interesting. Wonder why.
Car damage at this point, given 16, just under 17 minutes.
No, it doesn't look too broken. Maybe he just, at the risk of making him sound like a fool, maybe he just didn't put enough fuel in it.
Possibly. Some people may have miscalculated the amount of fuel.
Or he tried the softs and it just didn't work because soft tires aren't going to work over that much time. Randy might have gone off. Walter just gained a ton of time on him. Alright, there's Val.
Val's still chipping away slowly at Colin, so...
He's getting there.
He's getting there. Val is known to be quite consistent lap after lap.
Val is a pretty consistent... I don't like how close we get to that tire.
Val's last lap was almost 0.8 seconds faster than Colin, so...
Oh! Is Colin saving, perhaps?
Possibly.
Is Val on a different tire?
Val ran a 1:47.1 and Colin almost ran a 1:48.
Oh. Oh! Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
It really makes you think.
Wait a second. This deja vu all over again. Yeah, he's definitely catching Colin.
There. Wow.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Colin have a prize.
Colin might...
Let's go more Collins. Let's look at Collins' telemetry. Is he fuel saving? Does this car not have a rear-facing camera here again? Oh, it even says Ontario time. Oh, terrible. Wait, it's disconnected. No.
Too many car issues, or just, but maybe he's like, whatever. Probably,
Yeah,
like you said, probably a bad calculation of the fuel, and unfortunately couldn't quite make it
Yeah,
work.
I mean, if you're running last and you're running a fuel, you're kind of just like, well, you know. Gotta finish here anyways.
Yeah.
Definitely
Definitely good fight for
Val
second
gets
place.
sideways. Woohoo!
He did.
Good save. Back and forth. TV cams.
Ooh, even with that tail end, Val is now officially 1.1 seconds faster than Colin in that last lap. So
It might be a tire thing.
might be a tire thing, but he's definitely chipping away from Colin.
With a gap that big, the only thing I could think of was maybe Colin didn't take tires in the hopes of getting a faster stop. That would explain it. He did have a pretty quick exit, didn't he?
Yeah, he's dropping off a bit. Like he hit at a 148.5 now, and Val's at a 147.4.
Oh no.
So Colin's sliding down there ever so slightly. Oh wow, Val just really.
Val's getting there.
Yeah. Oh, Colin's going wide.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Colin,
So,
please.
I'm keeping an eye on that little battle there.
Watching this, there's the gap from an external perspective for viewers at home, as opposed to the viewers at work. Hope you're not watching this at work. You're working. Come on. Just kidding. Do whatever you want. It's free world. Running 1.4 seconds behind Colin.
Yeah, it's weird because Colin seems to get all the exits, and Val really gets the corners.
Woohoo!
And unfortunately, except for that one.
Val getting it sideways.
Yeah.
Maybe he put the softs on it.
Maybe.
So those softs will start burning up. I mean, look at this comes out of this. Oh, Laszlo's in the pits.
Interesting.
Last-
People are miscalculating the fuel, I guess.
Maybe they're trying the softs though.
Oh, right.
Maybe they're trying the mediums. I don't know. Maybe they tried a softer tire. Because I believe this car also has access to the super soft compound, which is going to be useless in this race. It's a qualifying tire. But there we see.
So
lap.
Val's last lap, he kind of have a bit of a mess up there, but he's still 0.1 second faster than Colin.
He's sliding a lot. I think the tires might be starting to go. Either the tires are going or he's driving it too hard. Whoa! Back end absolutely stepping out in Val's car. Either he has overdriven it and hurt himself.
So we've got a new player in the voice and the YouTube chat, Giuliano Treto. He says loves the Speed Vision references. Wants to hear what grinds your gears.
You know what really grinds my gears? When people pull out of the pit lane and immediately go onto the racing line when they're on their out lap.
Gotta respect that blend line, man.
No, not even that. No, just people who just run on the racing line on their out lap in the first couple corners. I'm like, no, get out of the way. You're not up to speed. Or people who run the racing line until they get to pit in. It's like, no, let me know that you're pitting. Don't just pull out of the way. Come on.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah. If you do that, screw you.
There's your what grinds my gears rant.
What grinds your gears, Kevin?
Oh, what
I'm gonna
grinds
air
my
your
gears?
grievances.
My grievances when people, hey, in line with one of our sponsors, the whole DriverMod thing. I'm gonna buy a car and put on all these thousands of dollars. You know what? Just spend all that seat time, please.
That's true.
Get some seat time. Get tons of seat time. But then,
Drive your car.
I drove a car at the DDT once that had ridiculous Öhlins, all the works, except the guy had no idea how to set up the suspension, and it's extremely hard.
Oh yeah, so it's just.
And it was sketchy as hell to drive.
Oh my god. Speaking of
I'm like,
sketchy as hell to drive,
Yeah.
Val's sliding it. No, keep going. I just wanted to point out that Val's been like drifting it through all these corners.
I think he's just content with his third place at this point, with the 10 minutes.
Maybe.
Really.
Well, I know Val. Val's not content with third.
Yeah, you might be actually no. You know he's so that
He
last
might be
lap.
content, but he wants second.
He's still 0.2 seconds faster. You know that's still chipping away at that delta. So there's still plenty of time to catch Colin. But yeah, the car that I was driving on DDT. And for those of you that don't know, DDT has a small amount of a noticeable amount of elevation changes.
Correct.
And when you have that stiff a suspension that doesn't actually travel as the track travels, it gets dicey as hell. Especially if that car was S2000 as well.
The car just skips. Oh, it's
Yeah,
S2000.
that was not fun going through the mid. It's just skipping, and I can feel the car getting light and going. This is not good.
Val isn't sideways in half the corners, and he's still going faster.
Yeah, which is the crazy part. So Colin is just, I really don't know what the game plan is going on Colin's head right now, because he's just barely keeping ahead of Val, really.
Yeah, I mean, you might just be hoping on Val to make a mistake, honestly.
Well, I think, so the last lap there, yeah, Colin ran a 148.236, and Val ran a 147.880. So that's a half a second almost.
Val's got to be. My prediction is Val's on a softer compound, but he's got tires overpressurized. That's my prediction.
That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Bold move, Cotton.
It's like, look how it's driving. Of course, not handling well. Val has just hit a button on the steering. This is driving.
But in terms of other packs, you've got Nathan Hodgins chasing down Laszlo and Edgar Lee chasing down Nathan. That's gonna be a fun little battle there too.
We got Marco and Laszlo battling. Let's see how this goes. Two car lengths behind Thomas. Is he gonna try something? Oh, he's gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Here he comes, going into turn 12, maybe, possibly. No. Oh man. It's a pretty close battle here for seventh. That was still close for second and third. what's going to happen. 7.5 minutes left. Not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time. And just going back to the chat, Julian Tretos is saying he's listening to the broadcast in the garage while repairing the FRS firewall from battery acid damage from lapping. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Yeah, that can get pretty nasty, battery acid.
Have you tried Duralast batteries?
I have not.
They're just the first battery company I can name, to be honest with you.
But that's unfortunate with the battery acid.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry to hear that. We got a decent battle here. Nathan and Edgar. Oh, Nathan and Edgar at it again. Edgar tries to the inside. Is it going to get it work? Maybe. No. Well, it worked briefly. If the caution came out mid-pass, it would have worked, but it didn't.
That's a three-way. That's a good three-way battle there with Edgar and Nathan and Laszlo. I think Laszlo's not really trying to battle anyone.
Well, Laszlo's a lap down, but it'll be interesting to see if he does anything. We got a red, green, and blue car. That's kind of funny. Like RGB. Nathan and Marco battle hard. What do you think's gonna happen?
What we're talking about between Nathan and Edgar? Edgar's having a hard time on the exits.
Oh man. Edgar's gone to the Val School of corner exit. Kinda hard. Oh man, I don't think Laszlo knows those are lapped cars.
Yeah, I don't know if he's not doing a very heavy block at least, but Nathan is definitely trying to fend off Edgar.
Yeah, I mean,
Edgar's on the grass.
Edgar's on the grass.
Oh, wait, no! Oh.
He kept it going straight.
You kept it going straight, which was...
Edgar with a bit of a slide. Laszlo's not blocking, but he's not moving.
Yeah, he's not moving off the line, so that's interesting.
He doesn't necessarily... It's a blue flag.
He doesn't have to, yeah.
He doesn't have to. It'd be nice if he did, but, you know.
Well, let's see if Nathan gets a run on him here.
We'll have to see. Let's just get a quick update on the battle for a second. Colin. Battle's not quite there. He's like close, but he's not there.
Guess over 5 minutes left.
Only a couple laps remain. Val's close enough now. Who's gonna get the exit? If I had the right camera angle. There we go. Jackson's in the pits. Oh no! Jackson just not enough fuel. Gonna have to take a quick splash. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I don't think he's gonna lose any places though.
Val's still consistently a half a second faster than Colin, so Colin's really just hanging on for dear life there.
Jackson now coming out of the pits. I think he might have only... I don't think he actually lost a place. He did. Maybe just a touch, not enough fuel. Val's magic might be wearing off. I don't think he's quite got it yet. Thomas and Marcos are still battling though. Marcos gonna try and move up the inside down the front straight. This is for 7th. Still some good points by going to the inside. Got to go the short distance around. Can he hold him off through turn 1 though? In the closing laps of the race. On the brakes in a 1. Thomas got on the brakes later. Thomas is gonna get the place back. Oh, he's on the grass. Spoiling it just a little bit. It's always in like the last 5 minutes we start getting battles through the field. Where was this 30 minutes ago?
People are just dropping the gloves now. They're like, okay,
they gotta go.
All warmed up.
Here he comes. He's gonna try another move. It's gonna work. Maybe be a bit of a hopeful move, but he might try it. Nope.
Nope, being conservative there.
Back off the oval. Gap between Val and Colin is now 0.8 seconds, hovering around there. Val's not quite close enough to get him. Really cool if he was, though. Lap car nicely letting them by. As we see them going through, this corridor's really fun. Nice high-speed corner on the infield. Always getting a little bit sideways. Just gonna keep it going, though. just the brakes way late. Whoa! Thomas really conservative on the brakes there. Not going to help him. This is almost half a second into braking. Oh, Marco's getting really loose. That might not be good. He might be using up his tires. I don't know if he has anything left for the end of the race. Up too much. Easy out of the gas, coming back onto the oval. Gonna try and get the draft off Thomas coming out of the last corner. Don't know how much it's gonna help, but might. Flying down the front straight. Val is within half a second.
Probably getting close to the last lap at this point.
Pretty close. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the last lap notification shortly. Probably going to be the last lap this time. Gaglione scooting away. Oh, Val gets sideways.
That's not how you win races, Val.
It's not how you win races. Spinning ain't winning, as we say in the drag racing business. I don't know who we is, but
Colin's also being conservative. Yeah, he's actually playing a very smart race. He's not completely trying to walk away from Val, but at the same time holding on, defending that lead with a proper technique.
No, I 100% agree. Edgar and Nathan still going at it. Edgar, the king of sliding.
Somehow sliding and yet staying competitive.
Yeah, still gaining even though he's sideways.
We should talk to him about how the heck does he do that?
Yeah, coming back off the oval. The infield, Edgar closes right up on Nathan. Maybe he's gonna try and move for 9th in the closing stages of this race. Gotta get alongside though. Luckily he's got a really big straightaway that'll probably help him with that problem. Pouring up the not back straight, but a straightaway.
Just under 30 seconds. Oh no, Colin's gone off the track.
Oh no, Colin goes wide! Colin's in the gravel! Oh no!
What happened there? Did he finally lose his front tires?
Oh man. Colin from second wrecks out.
Another bit of tragedy for Colin.
Oh, on the penultimate lap, Val up to second. Michael Gaglione will get through to start another lap, and we will now get the final lap notification. Oh man,
that's unfortunate. Colin, just to remind the viewers that Colin did have that unfortunate penalty at Lemans, and on the second last lap goes off the track.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate.
Well, Colin's fan base of millions and millions of fans are going to be absolutely heartbroken. The shame. Oh, Edgar goes sideways. Ah, man, hard luck for Colin. Really sorry to hear that. Nathan and Edgar still duking it out. Oh my god. And Edgar tries something. And Marcos tries something on Thomas. Might not be close enough. Thomas looking good in 7th. He's just got to get around the lap traffic. Hold on to 7th. Probably going to let him fly. Carlos moving to the inside. Let's slow up Thomas a bit. Here comes Marcos, though. He's close enough. He might try a last-minute move. It'll be risky, but sometimes you need to do that to get the place. Here he comes. Oh, he kind of under-brakes it a little bit. Oh, no. I don't think he's going to get it.
No, I don't think so
Thomas
either.
gets a bit of a twitch. Let's go back to Edgar and get an update. Oh, the battle's been close. Michael Gaglione will come through to win the race. Out of the last corner. Michael Gaglione will get his 2nd win of the season, I believe. And he will also, more importantly, finally have his name pronounced correctly by the commentators.
Took us a while, but we got there. We got
across the line in 2nd. Colin coming across the line in 3rd. We'll be happy with 3rd, but would have been happier with 2nd.
Just a quick report. Edgar, unfortunately, will not have enough steam to really overtake Nathan, unfortunately.
He will not.
Nathan holds on.
He will hold on for a solid finish. Michael Gaglione, your race winner. As he weaves on the back straight. Falco Pietro in second, burning it down on the oval in turn 1. And he will spin out. And Michael Gaglione, your race winner here at the Lausitzring. Looking to perhaps get a 3rd win next week at Bathurst. He'll certainly be happy with 2 wins. Doug Newman, pit road. Interesting. What makes you think? Jackson will come across the line in 4th. Marcus and Thomas are still battling at it, though. Here they come. Is Marcos close enough to try a late move on Thomas? Maybe? Who knows? Coming through the second last corner. Ooh, is he going to try something? Oh, he's not going to have the momentum. He is not going to be able to do it. A close battle for a decent part of the race. Thomas will come home in 7th. Marcos will come home in 8th. All in all, a pretty good race, Kevin.
Yeah, it was a great race. In fact, let's. I'm going to actually try to jump over the drivers area and see if I can grab a bunch of them.
Yeah,
queue them up for interviews.
Should we try and get our winner in first?
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
Let's go grab him. As we see, like Gaglione coming around through the first corner. Go down the front straight. Slowing way down. He's either going to disconnect here or do a donut. Please do it. Ah, would have been really cool if he did a donut, though. Oh, man. Here comes Thomas. He's still doing laps. He doesn't know the race is over. Anybody else doing burnouts? Bruno is stuck on the tire wall. Oh, man. Philip is burning it down in the grass, happy with his 18th place finish. We love you, Phil. Burn it down, buddy. Tearing up the grass here at the Euro Speedway Lausitzring. With that, we will cut away to the schedule. Remind the lovely folks at home. Next week, we will be doing Bathurst. And the V8 Supercars at Mount Panorama should be a lot of fun. So we wait here for Kevin and our race leader. Hey, speaking of our race leader, here he is. Mike, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing a lot better than I was last week.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, right? Finally.
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. I just want to shout out my dad, who's actually tuned in to last week and saw me set my hair on fire, and then decided to tune in again. And,
Hello.
Thanks, Dad, for everything you do.
Awesome.
Hello, Mike's dad. Appreciate you watching. You're our viewer of the day. Sorry, Eric, I'm taking it away. We've changed it. So, Mike, you had a pretty good race. It seemed like the pit strategy is kind of what put you where you are. How was it? I mean, any general thoughts on the race to start off?
The race was good. I definitely had a lot more fun than the super race because I came out behind Colin because I kind of screwed up my pit strategy. And I actually, you know, we're all pretty friendly in there. Colin was gonna run on mediums, and I told the field that that Val had kind of discovered on Sunday that the softs would last 30 laps. So I tried it myself on Monday and decided that it was definitely worth it, and it was definitely gonna be faster because I was doing 47s at like 25 laps in on them. So they were definitely good. So but not everybody took them, unfortunately. So, but Colin did, so he was right there with me at the beginning, and I think I stayed out one too many laps because he had a really good pit in, and I had about a 5-second gap on him. And when I came back out of pits, he was in front of me. You were there, yeah. In front of me. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say so did you ran the soft both times? Or both?
Yes. Double soft. I ran 71 liters for the first stint in case I wanted to stay out late, which was kind of like my idea. Like, I wanted to get extra laps so I'd have a little fresher tires at the end in case I was battling. It ended up costing me too much time between the pits. I think I stayed up 2 extra laps.
Oh, okay. And did you know, were the mediums, I guess you didn't run them, but were the mediums a viable option in the race? Did anybody kind of say anything about that?
I don't think so. I practiced a lot for this race as well, and I never got into the 47s with them. And I mean, I had a pretty good pole lap and all these things, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but Doug accidentally set a pole lap time by diving into the pits. But like, so I was technically on pole, and so I knew the course, and dude, I couldn't get mediums into the 47s, and I basically ran 47s the whole time on the softs, so I don't think they were viable at all.
Yeah, if you watch the stream, we were a little confused as to how the heck Doug got pole. We were like, did we just miss someone
Yeah,
shave off
I
2
was,
seconds?
I was like, we definitely missed something.
He was really upset about it. He didn't mean to do it. In fact, like there was a bunch of talk of like how he like wanted to give it back immediately, and then it really wouldn't have mattered at all because he started the race on mediums. So
Oh yeah.
so he was on like ice in the
It's
first and
one-
second corner, and it was easy enough to get easy enough to get past him and get that.
Yeah, I
place
mean,
back.
I think he was
It was
qualified
very
already.
gentlemanly.
He was already qualified. I'm pretty sure in the top 5, regardless. So it's not
I'm
that
bummed
big.
for him. I'm bummed for him because he definitely would have been a contender in this race if he had gone
yeah.
the soft. But I think some people thought I was joking. I fool around a lot, but I wasn't. When I said I was going to run double soft.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, we talked about the super soft tire. Did you guys have access to the super soft tire?
Yes.
Did you
I
guys
did
use
my
it for
pole lap
qualifying?
on-
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it for quali. It lasts 5 laps. It's good for. 5
Pretty
or 6.
much. Yeah, it's a quali tire. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
But
wondering.
it's great. The car feels great on those super softs. I mean, it's just on rails.
It just turns. Yeah. Did the I guess anything else you want to say? But looking forward to next week or anything?
Yeah, no, I guess I'm glad I didn't cause any more incidences. I did want to apologize again for being such a mess last week and causing so many problems in
Trouble.
the field. And firstly, it's not the kind of driver I want to be. I want to be clean and legit. So I hope that this kind of proves that I could do that.
No,
Drive
no, we're
clean.
suing you.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Alright,
Yeah, it was
well,
unfortunate last week,
That's
unfortunately.
my cue to leave.
Alrighty, have a good one and good luck next week, Matt. Mike, congrats on the
Appreciate
win.
Well done.
I called you Matt
Congratulations
again.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Kevin, you want to try and grab?
I was going to actually want to talk to Edgar and Val, maybe.
Let's talk to both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I'll go grab them.
Alrighty. Hope everybody's been enjoying the broadcast. While Kevin's away and he can't hear me, I'm gonna take a sip of this coffee. That's some really good coffee. They're still not here. How's everybody doing today? Hope you enjoyed the race. It was a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here on Ontario Time Attack and DriverMod.ca. Hope everybody's doing really great. It's really taking them forever to drag these drivers in. Wow. Hey, we got one of them. Hey, we got 2 of them. Hey, we got all 3 of them. How we doing?
Great, yeah.
No, I'm glad to hear it. How'd everybody's race go?
Better than expected.
Yeah?
First win now? Since the first race?
I'm gonna fess up and say I ran traction control for 2 laps, and then the rest was off.
Was it just
Really
not?
close to the end. When I was gaining on Colin, I noticed that I was losing a lot on the front straight exit because I just couldn't put power down without traction control.
Yeah, I could tell because it looked like you were fishtailing literally like half of the laps you were doing.
Yeah, I tried it for 1 or 2 laps. It helped me a bit, but I wanted to stop playing with it, so I just turned it right back off.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Edgar,
But
you
speak
also
of-
look to be sliding a little bit. How are you doing?
Yeah, I get the same case with Val, but then mine is way worse because I don't have consistency, especially with like the last corner. I just
Oh,
always lose that corner. Yeah,
Yeah,
And those
that's right. Like really, really close to the end of the race, a bunch of people were talking about their traction control settings, and Edgar pipes up and goes, "Wait, you guys are using traction control?"
Wait,
Oh,
what? Wait, Edgar
man.
was not using traction
I
control?
think Edgar and I were the only ones not using traction
Yeah,
control.
not at all.
Damn, well
Yeah,
done.
at all.
I mean, Val, I could tell you weren't using trash control for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Val was in like a wet race and everybody else was driving normal.
Speaking
Well,
of
that's-
conditions, like the track and the air temp were 0 degrees Celsius.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Yeah.
What had happened was because Michael and I were practicing on the server, we realized that the softs would last long enough to get to halfway, whereas the people who practiced in default conditions offline, because it was an actual like decently warm
Not
temperature,
0
the
degrees,
softs-
yeah.
the softs would not last till the middle of the race. So there were a bunch of people who started the race on mediums and then just got left behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
remember it.
unfortunate.
And it was even funny because I distinctly remember to Kevin making a joke like, let's get a time and temperature update. Like, let's get a track temp update. And I couldn't pull it up. And I was like, I don't know, it's probably like a normal hot day.
Yeah, like I when I look at my dash, I'm like, I mean, that must be bugged. It must not be picking up the data from Assetto Corsa. There's no way it's 0 degrees track temp and 0 degrees air temp.
And then it was.
And then it
That's
sort
why,
of started
that's
to make
why I was
sense.
like, oh, I guess everybody's on mediums because nobody's going faster on like softs because I couldn't see your compound. And then you guys were all on pretty much all on softs. So all the slow guys, I was like, oh, I guess they're on the hards. I guess I guess it wasn't viable.
So I stretched my softs at least, I think, 2 to 3 laps farther than Collins. And after I came out of the pits, he was still way ahead. So I thought, I mean, it was a nice try, but not good enough. And then for whatever reason, I don't know if he just stopped paying attention, but I started to gain on him like really, really late in the
You
race.
really did.
And,
Yeah,
and then he sort of noticed. And then at that point, I thought, oh, okay, he noticed that I was catching up. He's going to pull away now. And then he didn't.
Yeah, I'm right here. That is precisely what happened. But I wasn't like daydreaming in the middle of the race. I was still pushing, but running safe laps, right?
Yeah.
So what gap did I start off with?
I don't
You had
remember.
you
Like,
had
it was,
so
it was
you
like a
watched
10
the
second
stream.
gap.
Yeah, it was a large gap, and then Val kept gaining on you like half a second every lap.
I noticed probably with like 12 laps to go, and he was about a second and a half behind. About
Right.
there, maybe 2.
Right.
And that's when he caught my attention, like, uh-oh, I'm going to need to push a little bit harder for position.
It's a shame it ended the way it did. Like, we could have
Uh-oh.
actually had a good
It
battle.
was just,
happened
I
there?
just lost attention on the back straight and fixated on the 50 marker instead of the 100 marker for my braking point, and then I just went, oh no, and I went off track. That's all. It was just a loss of focus.
Largest gap I saw was 7 seconds, by the way.
7 seconds, so it was a lot tighter than I thought it was because he did that different pit strategy. We weren't together for a long time.
You guys were definitely not back to back for a while. It wasn't until like literally you said like the last 10 laps, 10, 11 laps, and where you watch the stream, you'll see us like just watching you guys like a hawk.
We were flipping.
I
said,
wonder if
it's-
you were taking a lot safer passes on lap traffic.
Could be.
He's gotten them up pretty good.
I didn't get held up very much by lap traffic. People were very good about noticing the blue flags this time.
We just really quick. I'm gonna bring Mike back in. Mike, we brought you back in. Mike, can we talk about your pass in turn 1?
Was it good or bad?
The one where you passed 2 cars in one corner because they both missed it.
Yeah, that was on the stream too.
That was sick.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think we were coming up to Jackson, who was defending for position. He wasn't obligated to yield to us. Go ahead, Colin.
it was in the second half of the race. So Mike and I are on fresh tires, and
Yep.
Bill is not. So he still has to take a pit stop,
That
right?
was
But we're all.
Jackson.
It was Jack.
Oh, sorry, Jackson. You're right.
They're both the Oliveras.
Yeah. And so we know that he's got, I don't know, 40 seconds to drop for that pit stop, right?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit bummed that I had screwed up my pit stop strategy, and I was very determined to get past Colin. I don't know, in the first few races I've yielded position a lot in race setting, and this time I was, now that I'm kind of after Le Mans, I don't think I'm really in title contention per se, and I was like, I'm gonna attack this race real aggressively, and Jackson came up, and I think Colin, did you go on the outside to try to get around?
I'm having a hard time remembering actually, but I do know that I outbrake myself. There might have been a little touch as well with Jackson.
So, like, I think Colin observed
Yep.
this. I had the braking on that car down. So when I saw that whatever was going on in front of me, I was like, I'm gonna just go way late on the brakes on the inside here and stay on them a little extra, so I can just tuck it up the inside and get around it. I just licked the stamp and sent it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pass.
It was a fantastic pass, and we
Yeah.
caught that entire
It was
thing on the
crazy.
stream.
Yeah,
It was nuts.
I actually got it from your onboard, like the roof cam.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's perfect. Like pass of the
Very
season.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't hit anybody and it didn't end in total disaster.
Oh, of course.
I
Yeah.
know.
If you crashed it, I would have been like, well, all right.
Yeah, I know it was probably frustrating for Colin, but I think we all deal with that in the Le Mans race. I got hit by traffic coming back after a spin. You know, it's just kind of the
Yeah.
nature of the beast.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, like just that pass was amazing because we caught it perfectly just as it was developing, and then they executed all. Just Josh and I just going,
Oh,
wow.
I was freaking out, yeah.
We were all freaking out. Going, wow, that was a fantastic slingshot.
I will say
Well,
that.
it's my first like ever pass because I've either led the race or been a total like dumpster fire, and I haven't had a chance to do much actual racing yet.
We look-
So
we
This
look
was
like-
almost a
excited.
clean sweep
Yeah.
for you. You had pole, and you almost had fastest lap, and you led almost the entire race.
Wow.
Yeah.
So- It's a very good comeback after Lemans.
The
To
man.
be
Yeah.
fair, yeah, Mike pit 2 laps later than halfway through the race, so I got 2 laps out on fresh tires that he didn't.
You
Right?
got 2 seconds up. I mean, the gap was 5 seconds, I think, right?
Effectively,
Yeah,
yes.
and the fresh tires are worth about that gap. So yeah, I gained 5 seconds on him right there, and I was gonna definitely pay for it at the end of the race. But Mike was so fast this week; he was gonna come by me at some point during that second half of the race, for sure.
I had definitely found like there was a few different spots on the track where I think I found like a few sniper lines like coming onto like the 2 straights in the middle that like the left-hander going down into a really bumpy section. I was slinging the car in there I think a lot faster than other people because I was just really light on the trail braking, and then if you get the car like turned in really far, almost to the point where I think it's the left inside wheel is off the grass, you can get on full throttle and it'll put the power down a lot more effectively and slingshot you out. I mean, if you get that corner just right, it's worth like 2/10. So
I will say
I
that
was getting a lot of time there.
because I forgot to ask him. Edgar, hi. You were battling with, I think it was
Nathan.
Nathan for like half the race. What was going on there?
So basically, I'm behind him, right? And I'm pretty sure I have like a little bit of a faster pace, like than him. But then, yeah, I just spin out. Like either I pass him and spin out once. Not spin out. I just locked my brakes and went into the stand once in one of the corners after I passed him, and then I was right behind him, and then we got traffic, and then yeah, after that I just either spin or just gonna pass him.
Oh, well, it was a good try.
Yeah, it was a really good try because like we were rooting for you, trying to make sure. Oh,
Yeah,
Edgar's got it.
Well,
No.
like every race has the purpose. There's a certain point in the race where it's just like, yeah, the race is just happening. Like, there's no passes. We're not near the end. And then like right near the end, like there's 3 battles for position. One of them was Val and Colin. The other was Edgar and
Nathan.
Nathan. And the third was somebody else who I can't remember. It was Thomas and Marcos.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Good.
All three of you guys like got into those positions to battle literally like the same time. Like my timing will light up if you guys were within a half second, and that all happened within like a lap. I was like, all right, I guess now I'll focus
All
on
the
the
timing scores are lining up.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, I'll focus on 3 battles with 5 seconds left. Like,
Or we were too entertaining.
yeah, that's right.
It was good. Those last 15 laps were hell of a fun time to watch. Like the good chunk of the hour and 20 minutes were like was just us shooting the shit. Really.
Yeah, we were just chilling, just like talking about. We
Oh yeah, same.
started talking
So
about
were we.
energy at one point, like. We were talking about philosophy, like it was great.
Oh wow.
Maple cookies.
Yeah, I literally ate a cookie. I was like, I'm gonna eat this cookie right now. I started eating a cookie in the middle of the broadcast.
Sounds like race chat.
Yeah, it was great. I was just like, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Hate to see it. Reason I'm not a professional broadcaster. I'm gonna eat now.
Why don't we try bringing in Thomas and Doug to wrap it up?
Let's bring everybody in.
Yeah, let's
party.
Hello. How we doing, everybody? We're all. Everybody, say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Hey.
Io.
Hello.
How we doing?
This is Putin live.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Can I apologize for my blatant disregard of the pit lane? To qualify for-
You
Doug-
totally did not, like, you didn't even know.
Doug Newman was
I didn't
no
even know.
regard
I
for
was like,
even
oh,
more.
I better practice my pit. So like,
The funny thing is, we were both Josh and I were like, well, how the heck did we just miss the 2-second drop in the
Yeah,
qualifying
yeah.
I was
time?
So
just-
I was
I think-
like,
I think I even said like Kevin was like, "Did we miss something?" I was like, "I think he missed something."
Yeah,
Like-
I was like maybe less than a tenth behind, so I was in P2, and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna get that extra 10, so I'm just gonna practice my pit. And then
Somebody-
I jumped out and head, and I was like, what
Nailed
is
it.
going on?
You nailed your pit.
Somebody
Yeah.
else was like, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Renison. He just with like 5 or 10 minutes left in qualifying, he started like doing practice starts. I was like, oh god. He was just like on the front straight.
Oh,
Like,
I did that in
stopped.
practice.
I was like, ah.
I'll be
Oh.
honest, part of the reason I stayed out those extra laps is because I was trying to get a good in lap for the pit fast, because I have a feeling the fastest lap is going to stand, just because there's no cuts, you know, and it is the pit in.
Yeah.
I am curious to see what the actual like the not pit in lap.
So I looked, and I think it was Colin.
It still was Colin.
Yeah, he did a
Where did Colin
46.40,
go?
and I did a 46.42, and I don't think you had a 46.4.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I thought I might have had it until I checked, but he beat me by 2, was it thousands?
Yeah, you're right.
Hundredths?
No, I definitely didn't have. I had a 46.5.
What do you guys think of the track itself? Because there was a good conversation between Josh and
yeah.
myself
Goodness,
about the track.
bumps.
I liked it. It was good.
The bumps, yeah. So the bumps
Alright.
were really that bad on the
Yeah,
broadcast.
they're-
They looked
they're bad.
really. Oh boy.
My favorite corner by far, though, was the left-hander on the back straight, where you like clip the curb right next to the tire stack
Yeah.
every time.
Those
Really fun.
Oh,
those tire things scared me for like literally the entire
There were a few
race.
times when I winced and I thought I would like catch it with my mirror and just demolish my race.
Yeah, really.
I hit it a few times in practice, and I was like, that's a race ender.
Also,
for sure.
Philip. Philip's not here, man.
Yeah.
Did Philip tell you what happened when he like just went straight on at turn 1 and then smashed into the chicane and then left?
No.
No.
He literally
he-
he literally ran like the oval turn 1 and then hit the escape chicane and then disconnected and rejoined.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't disconnect and rejoin. He warped back to pits.
Oh, did he?
But yes,
Oh.
he did mention that he had warped back to pits.
What
How
what
do you talk
happened?
about it?
Did he just miss like his breaking point?
I
Like,
don't know.
No idea. Then
Yeah, which is unfortunate because like that didn't help him for the final standings, given that we've only got 2 events left to go. So
yeah.
He was not having a good
Championship
event.
implications.
You
also
know,
went
Yeah.
super softs, right?
You
See
know-
the one?
Hmm?
Was he
No.
the one that went super soft at the start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started the race on on quali tires.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he.
Yeah. I remember him talking about it, and then he was like, "Oh shit,
He's
why are my tires red?"
Why are my tires red like
Yeah.
4 laps in, and everybody's like, you a
It's
super
like
soft."
lap 12, like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
that's why he teleported back. He's like, I'm
Oh
dead.
man.
Oh, I hate
He was like, "I'm done."
I hate.
I remember I got up to go to the bathroom too at the beginning of the race. He's like, "Hey guys, how many laps is it gonna be?" Like he hadn't done any of it, and this like we're on the grid.
Oh no.
I hate to be that guy, but I think we're reaching the point where we can end the broadcast.
Oh, for sure.
It's been over
Oh,
2
yeah,
hours.
yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
all right.
fair
We can
enough,
keep
yeah.
talking, but I'm just gonna end the broadcast so I can save my computer. All right. Well, everybody, join us next week for the V8 Supercars at Bathurst. It's gonna be just a crapshoot.
There's gonna be so exciting.
There's gonna be massive wrecks, but it's gonna be very fun.
I thought everybody drove well this week though.
Oh yeah, they're saving it
Agreed.
for next week.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well I've been Josh Cronin, I've been my co-commentator Kevin Wong, and everybody else has been here. Thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next week at Bathurst. Have a lot of fun.
See you
Stay
next week.
safe. Enjoy race cars. Drink your milk. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye.
Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.